right there, homie. You're all right there, dog.
Cocaine regular.
Don't give a fuck, homie.
Alright, fool. I'm not from there, dog.
What? Alright, teach her, nigga. Stay good, nigga. Hey, homie. Everything that shit get me fucked up, homie. Look at this faggot ass nigga. Fuck you, homie.
You ain't looked out, but you ain't got no looks on, boy. Come on now.
Let me kill your balloon. Let me fucking kill your balloon.
Yeah, big time.
Papa, you been collecting? What about our share, home? Fuck, puppy. Me too. You told me you were broke as shit.
We not fucking pay power.
Put some gangbanging in the scooter though. Hey, show the fools how to use it, homie. Órale, vato, that's too much sauce, homie.
Without a doubt. Like that, sure. You know I don't stop that. This one goes out to you.
Yeah, that is something that you supposed to have. What did he get it at? What happened? I don't know. You won't tell me. That sucks, you brother. I won't tell you about it. 'Cause it's coming back. Why you were to get this? I'll get this every day.
he starts trying to, use the funky kind of records, and then he started thinking that you gotta start buying all this wild European shit. And I think I'm past that phase now.
There's more creative ways to cover up the sample and, make sure the sample police don't catch it. Hip hop wasn't brought up that way. Hip hop evolved through sampling.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I probably have not drank as much water as I should today, so I will be drinking this hemp-infused Cali FX so I can sleep great tonight, brought to you by our guest. But, Giovanni, we're going to have to cut that down off air. Yeah, we're going to have to cut that down off air. But, what is it? Joining me is my co-host of the day, and on Saturdays you usually see him doing the closeout, but he's my co-host of the day because Xavier is out there at a gay parade. What's up, Rock Samson?
Yo.
This drink is good though. It tastes like lemonade straight up.
Yo, it's delicious, man. It's funny, you're like, I haven't drank enough water, so I'm gonna drink this delicious sweet drink. No, this is really delicious though. I'm already digging the flavor and the fact that it's got a CBG in it, for y'all that don't know.
You that work at a dispensary, like, do you know what CBG is?
I know all things, dog. No,
I mean, they have me on they want to have me on the show called "Are You Smarter Than a Bartender?" and they're probably gonna ask me shit like that.
Oh shit, yeah, hang out with me, man. No, my shop actually has an entire education staff, and so like we take like a lot of like courses and stuff like that. So CBG is still like a pretty new one, but anti-inflammatory like CBD. It's antifungal, a neuroprotectant. It can.
So that means it's good for his fucking feet, right?
Yeah.
For athlete's foot.
Technically, bro. All right, so it's funny that you bring that up, but we'll do it with the closeout because that's the first one we're gonna start off. Ray, what's going on? You don't have what is it? Well, you actually do have a mic.
I got a mic tonight. Good evening, y'all.
Good evening.
What's up?
And thank you for fucking joining us, Ray. And joining us as a special guest, he's not a stranger. It's the second time back over here. The one and only OG Rome, head of Road Dogs Entertainment.
Believe that, man. Thank you guys so much for having me, man. We out here hanging out like wet clothes. We getting faded like an old pair of pants. We getting twisted like a pretzel. We just having fun, man. How's it going?
That was like pimp talk right there, bro.
It's like we out here hanging out like faded clothes, you know, like what they say, like fresh pair of clothes or
Hanging out like wet clothes.
yeah, hanging out like
Faded like old pair of pants.
What
Yeah,
I don't know what
pretty-
the fuck I said.
like he's like, I don't even want to wear my jacket no more. He's like, yo, I'm done. But thank you
I know
for
they're cool. We're not doing it.
there was the question that we had beforehand that he brought up. What was it, Rock?
What was that?
No, when you brought up, but like, yo, we were gonna get into it before.
The CBG thing?
Yeah, CBG. Do you
Oh,
know-
real fast, I see some fools in there that are like, CBG makes you sleepy. Nah, son, it's CBN. Any cannabinoid can help with sleep and relaxation, but CBN is what THC naturally degrades into because you have tetrahydrocannabinol, and it degrades into just cannabinol, and that's what makes you sleepy. So if you ever smoke really old weed, you may not get as high, but you're definitely going to get sleepy. CBG.
Some stress.
Yeah, CBG can make you a little more high. It's also good for nausea and other things. But so everybody knows where that comes from. CBG is where THC and CBD actually spawn from in the cannabis plant.
Nice, nice.
I mean, were you?
I certainly learned a lot right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I swear to God, I've been drinking this shit for a month or two, but I swear to God, man, this is the best thing in the market. I tell you that much.
It's delicious.
That's what she said.
like I feel that we've been, if you've been in the industry for a minute, you get told all these different things, and like I don't even know what some of these things actually do, bro.
Right?
Like they have so many different components and compounds, CBG, CBN, and all this shit. Like, what the fuck does all this shit really do? Like, as far as I know, it was just like, hey, bro, THC is the shit that gets you high, and that's it. But all these new ones, bro, like I really if somebody were to be coming in like one day and be like, hey, let me explain to you, next week they're gonna have like 10 more of these CB somethings. And I'm just like, I can't get used to all this shit. Like, how do I know? It hasn't even been around long enough.
So they are, it's one of those things with cannabis, like everybody's kind of experienced forever, is that we're always learning new things. And so like CBG was like, I feel like a brand new one maybe 2 years ago, maybe longer, but 2 years ago I remember it was like the first time I had heard of it. Same thing with like CBN, THCV, which is an appetite suppressant and inspires like a little energy and stuff like that. So like strains like Green Crack and Jack Herrera are rich in THCV. There is
Motherfucker wrote a pamphlet for this whole damn shit, man. This motherfucker went to school and graduated with fucking Scouts honors and
Hey
shit.
man, if I'm gonna be good at one thing in my life, it's gonna be fucking weed. All right.
Nice, nice.
Hey, Giovanni, you're
I know
gonna
how to
have to
roll
move your
it.
truck.
And inhale it. Yep.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of, and a lot of my background, like I said, comes from the store that I work at, the Higher Path up in Sherman Oaks, and we deal with like a lot of like cancer patients, and I usually work during the day, so I get a lot of the older people that have like more medicinal needs than recreational. So they've educated us on like how all the terpenes interact with your olfactory nerve up in your fucking head and all these other things.
You know all the white people shit, bro.
And the good thing about this company right here, whenever you guys ever go and check it out, Cali Effects, they got a little bit of everything. Not only is just the drink, they got vapes, they got their own brand of how you say it, rubbing oils. They got pain medicine, like pain cream. They got KY, what is, you know what I'm saying? Sexual
got
products,
everything.
you know, they got a little bit of everything, you know. But, you know, I'm going to put you guys up on game. You guys got to go to the, CaliEffects.com and get all your information right there. Believe that, Jack.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Now, last time, I mean, you always working on some music, bro. Like, I mean, as far as I know, you've been consistent, like, all throughout your whole career, bro.
Yeah,
like, just
stop, bro.
like
Sacrifices.
I gotta, I guess, be honest and bring this up, because how hard is that to stay consistent, bro? Like, because honestly, like, I feel like with music and the more and more that it keeps changing, and
you could be,
especially like being a part of the West Coast, like, I don't know, I don't feel it's not that it's not motivating enough, but it's just like, bro, like sometimes
oversaturated.
Yes,
oversaturated. Yeah, this is the melting pot of music. You know what I'm saying? It came from New York. We're in LA, but right here is, you know, the gangster rap and the evolution of it. You know, especially when it comes to Latinos being categorized in a certain way. If you listen to us now, man, we're universal. We're mainstream. We as far as for me and my music, it ain't just for me. I don't do music for myself. I do music for the world. Every color, every background, every race. And most of my music is hype. Most of my music is danceable. Something that for sure is gonna get you up. And man, it'll make a paraplegic get up.
That's right. Now, like,
The reason I say that is like, how do you stay motivated, bro? Like,
Stay motivated. Well, I'm gonna tell you my background. It's really my background and why I'm in love with this. Because honestly, I come from growing up in foster homes, not having nothing.
See, I didn't know that about you.
My dad shot in the head. I mean, that's the motivation. Everybody has a background, you know. And my dad being shot in the head, my mom indulging in drugs, and us going in foster homes my whole life. Then my brother getting shot in the head at 17. And when my brother got shot, I always used to sell crack and weed at the block, because that's what your family did. So you thought you were gonna be the next big hustlers, you know what I'm saying? So
you know, you said a lot right now that I've known you for the course of like a couple years, and I've never would have guessed that you have been through any of the couple things that you mentioned. Like, I mean, those are like life-changing events. Like,
yeah, I project myself professionally, man.
You've come across as like very like, hey, fool, I own a dealership type of professional.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a big team behind me, and I got to represent, and you know, we're all a reflection of each other. So at the same time, I've learned a lot coming in through this industry, and me going up, having it bad is the reason that I can't stop. Because if you already been to the bottom, there's only one way, and that's up. You feel me? I already got stripped away from my parents. I got stripped away from my family, you know? I don't have kids. I sacrificed not having kids and relationships like that in order for me to pursue my dream.
At what age did you get stripped from your parents, bro?
Well, my dad got shot at 8 years old in the head.
And you were, and I mean, I don't want to like get into it, but like you saw it go down?
Nah, I didn't. It was actually Christmas, and my dad,
damn,
like I said,
fool, like this is like a movie, yeah, bro. Like,
so it was Christmas, and my dad always had like the dopest cars, and he had money, so he'll come with, and that day he came early and dropped off like 6 big old trash bags full of toys for all the family, because all the family came to our pad. Actually, we came to my grandma's, I still remember. And then Pops didn't come at midnight to come celebrate, so my mom's like, hey, just open the presents. Around 6 or 7 in the morning, that's when she told us that my dad got shot, like around midnight, you know?
Damn.
But like I said,
you were 8
years old, and then from there, my mom started, instead of selling the crack, started indulging in it, got addicted. And then it's crazy, shout out to my sister Cruz, because my sister Cruz played a big factor in my life, because at 14 years old, she decided to take over the drug business. So all the clientele that would come, remember in the 80s, that shit was an open market. You would come to the block and there'll be 20 people jumping in the street just to try to sell a dime bag. Like it was everywhere, you know? So we had the crack house, and my sister ended up taking all the clients and building up her clientele. And at age 14, she ended up taking care of us until the social workers found out that she was, you know, that we didn't have parents. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then she went out of her way to go and get a foster parent license to come and get us, you know? So shout out to my sister. I was just hanging out with her yesterday. But overall, to answer the question, man, it's just having a bad background doesn't allow you to make excuses, you know? At least for me, I love music. And when you love it, you don't do it for the money. You don't do it. I'm passionate about it. I wake up.
Nobody was doing music before your family?
Nah, nobody. I wanted to do comedy, you know? I looked up to Jim Carrey, you know? I was always a class clown. I was acting a fool. But, you know, music is what, you know, after my brother got shot, I decided, let me, in case I die, my dad got shot in the head. My brother got shot in the head. And at
was
this
your
moment,
brother doing the same thing? Like, was he in the business?
He was actually when he
was with the shits.
Yeah, he was with the shit. We went into foster homes, and he wasn't with that bullshit. So he ran away from foster homes, and he started selling crack in the alleys. And I mean, I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy, bro. The fucking prostitution era and everything. My little brother at 15, 16-year-old had 2 prostitutes, everything, selling crack and all that shit, bro, because that's what it was. If anybody knows about Century in Inglewood, you know what I'm saying? There it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, isn't that like where the area where you could just go and pick them up? Like it's kind of like like you could just pull up, like it's like almost like a McDonald's.
Yeah, and it was crazy, bro. You know, and that's the kind of era that we lived in a young age. So we were fucking just exposed to a crazy lifestyle. So when my brother got shot, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get on the track. So I got on my first song, and in my first song I did a 14. Meaning 14 bars. I didn't know what 16 bars was. I was just freestyling. Out of 14, they're like, man, you got to come back and do the 2 bars. I'm like, what the fuck is bars?
Yeah.
You know, I finished the 2 bars. They're like, hey, man, you want to do a show? Yeah. My first show was with Mac 10. Jesus. What the fuck? At the Key Club. What the fuck? And I went up there, and I wasn't professional. I didn't know what I was doing. I had a different swag. I'm like, but I always videotaped all my performances. And from there on, I was able to be my worst critic. Came back. looked at
You
it.
did want to be a comedian because that's like a comedian thing to do, bro. Like comedians, like even like when I go do open mics or stuff like that, like I'll record all my shits and I'll listen to it on the way home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick that shit out, man. You ain't gotta wait for a motherfucker to hate on it. Hate on yourself so you can come back at it.
I'd be like, yeah, I know I fucked up there. So what?
Yeah,
Come to my next show, bitch.
Nothing beats watching yourself and being like, God damn it.
Except when you're jerking off.
You know, I live stream that and then I'm watching it as one of my own subs, just liking it a bunch. So I'm just.
You happen to look at yourself in the mirror. You're like, oh, they want to look. But so bro, that's a very rough life, bro. Like I don't know how old are you, bro?
Right now?
Yeah.
Confidential, bro, because I'm beating the age of time, bro. I'm swimming and drinking out of the fountain of life, man. I'm past 30 though.
See, that's the thing. Like I was gonna say, bro. Like I feel like you lived more than both of us, bro.
Yeah.
He's older than me.
Yeah, I'm 36.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, like I'm 33, so I'm like, you know, it's not that. It's not that
I'm
much.
37, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So it's I'm like you could be like the older brother that kind of went through it before like a motherfucker like me was born. So like you had to experience a little bit of like the last of that era.
Yeah, it literally, that's exactly what it was, man. The last of that fucking bullshit era. You know what I'm saying?
So
like everything just being in the open. And I'm telling you, man, we met Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross. Like watching the documentaries of how the government brought in all the drugs and gave it to Rick Ross, and Rick Ross gave it to all the gangsters in the hood. Like that shit's just crazy, man.
God damn.
Now, dude, like what would you say was the hardest thing out of like that? I mean, because you kind of had back to back, bro. Like how did like for you to be like, oh man, like your mom started using, and then your dad's gone. You know, and then your brother's out here pimping. Like, I mean, what was your first thing when you like your brother was out there pimping? You're like, yo,
because we play
slide
sports.
A hole right here.
We play sports. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was a kid when in their adolescent years, man. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, we just exposed and we have an option, and we either go left or right. You know, and it just so happened to be that I utilize sports to advance myself a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? And my little brother, he didn't have that option. He was good in sports because all the leagues. We were poor, so the person, in order for me to play, because I was literally an all-star, my team was always number one, I was always MVP, they would have to pay for my league pass, my clothing, my attire, whether it was basketball league, football league, soccer league, baseball league. But because my mom wouldn't let me play, or my foster parents wouldn't let me go without my little brother should have been in Pee Wee League, they had to pay for him to join the team. So, you know, I was able to utilize sports to get me a little bit more advanced in my life, but I guess, you know, just you really can't pinpoint what exactly the situation might be that, you know, was the hardest, you know?
Do you still talk to your mom?
My mom is dead.
Oh,
so later on in life, it just so happened to be that I ended up getting community service for all kinds of fucking hours, and I ended up working at a convalescent. You know, for my community service hours.
Convalescence is like where old people are at?
Yeah, senior center, you know what I'm saying? And then it so happened to be that I fell in love working with seniors. And I'm an entertainer, and I act a fool. All of a sudden, I'm working with seniors, and then my mom ended up catching, cirrhosis to the liver, because she used to sell crack. But before she sold crack, she needed to drink because she was nervous, you know what I'm saying? Because the block was hot.
Yeah.
So she would drink. And she ended up getting like 41 holes in her liver.
That's from like hiding the crack, or
no, from drinking. Yeah. Drinking so much, you get cirrhosis, and your body drowns. Your liver is not able to fucking kind of filter it out. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's kind of it's funny. It's funny that both of you guys know this, but then here I am. I was like, yo, let me get like 3 more shots, bro.
Shit.
Dude,
but it's good to know because I mean, my dad was not.
Run it.
Yeah, like my dad was not an alcoholic, or like I didn't have that. Like I had uncles, but like it's different when you grow up around your home. Like. Do you drink?
Okay. Yeah, but occasionally I smoke more than I drink, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a responsible drinker.
It's like I just drank for like 3 months straight. Because I'm not normally a drinker, but
this motherfucker sweats it off and he fucking recycles.
You know what I'm saying? It's bring out that shirt. We're not done here.
Right. I mean, doesn't it also depend like what you drink to? You know, if you're drinking that.
Yeah, what was
stuff,
she drinking? Like Everclear food? Like, yo, bro. I mean, no disrespect or anything, but I'm just like, yo, yeah, like this is like, yo, bro, that's a lot, bro. Para que se hagan hoyos, like.
Nah, but whatchamacallit, yeah. So she ended up dying at the job site where I worked at. You feel me?
Jeez.
Literally. But yeah, man, maybe see life a little bit different, man. When all your options are gone, you have no choice but to just strive for the best. because ain't nobody really cares about your situation. You really can't make excuses, you know. So I just utilize music, man. Music got me out the hood. Music kept me in the studio. Music brought opportunities. Music gave me a vision. Music, you know.
How old were you when your mom passed?
My mom, what is it, 24, 25?
Okay, so you're your own man at that point.
Yeah.
So you get to understand these things. And
Yeah. I've seen so many deaths by then. It's
yeah, like you're seasoned. Not that you're seasoned to it, but you're seasoned to a lot of like not like trauma per se.
Yeah.
And
you know what's the fucked up about death? Is when you start being desensitized and you just be like, and you don't cry. It's not that you don't care. You're just like, fuck. You're more upset than to cry, you know? But it's crazy.
When did you, like, what was your first, like, staple show? Like, a show that you did that was, like, a big thing? Like, for me, I remember I did, like, a bunch of smaller gigs. I'm from Texas, and I remember I played hooky from work and got fired.
Wow, a white guy getting fired. Can you believe that?
In this economy?
They had to run it through union and all kinds of corporate shit.
Like, it's not like firing the food in the kitchen. It's like, see you later, man.
Oh, that motherfucker knows his rights.
I was in the kitchen. But no, it was for Slim Thug.
Nice.
And, you know, it may not be a big deal elsewhere, but like in Texas, that's royalty.
Yeah, but to
man.
you it was a big deal, and that's all that matters, bro. Like you're on your own mission, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it was my first time doing like a really big, like it was like a frat party, so there's like 700, 800 people there. And I remember being like real nervous. Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was my friend KJ Hines was the rapper. That dude's doing it big in Japan now. But
Awesome.
connect me with him.
I will. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Going to Japan
connect
next
you with
month.
all my Japan homies. But yeah.
Yeah, bro, I am.
But yeah, so that to me like wasn't like my biggest best show I've ever done, but that was
Something
definitely
that you can remember.
That was the first big one. That was the first time like I had girls grabbing on me and shit, and I was like,
That's
yeah,
dope.
that's tight. I was like 22.
That's funny though. So I have a lot because honestly, my first one was with Mac 10, and I know
That's already like
not knowing how to do
huge.
nothing.
Yeah,
not
but
knowing,
that's like fresh, like bro, like putting you like front line, bro. Like yeah, like
that's for like booing me, bro, because I didn't know I didn't have stage presence. You know
You
the
got
motherfuckers.
booed?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, no.
hell no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But still, I remember a lot of rappers. They've been doing this shit for 20 years and always rap and take the mic away every time. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And that's early stages stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could say that Mac 10 was a big highlight because it pumped me up. And Mac 10 is from Inglewood, you feel me? So it was influential.
Inglewood's it's a very prideful city.
You know?
Like for real, bro. Like it's something like that's they definitely it's like they work hard to make sure that they don't get called LA.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's straight up, bro.
We're our own shit. Hey, we got the stadium. We got our
And
own
it's been like
identity.
that since like 1962, bro.
City of
Like
champs.
motherfuckers, like
City of
it's a
champs.
very prideful city, bro. It's like it is what it is, but it's like I know that for a fact because I've been growing up in the hood all my life, bro. Like I've been to visit homies that are in that cemetery across the forum.
Right.
I've been to the fucking hospital Killer King. I've been to all like yo,
yeah.
you make your way around the city, bro.
There's also just so much specific culture and history in Inglewood.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Put some respect.
yeah,
Yes.
man. You gotta have that pride, man. Like
Facts.
Now I wanted to like I'm gonna ask you some real shit, dog. Like
Go for it, man. We in
How
this
did how did you stop yourself from like me? I'm speaking for myself, bro.
Yeah.
Like I deal with my certain trauma the way I deal with it, and I have a very good good grasp of how I deal with it. But looking at myself, if I would have been a little bit younger and putting myself in those shoes, like how do you not fall into like wanting to do drugs or anything like that? Like I would imagine if something like that happened at the wrong time, it would be like 10 of these tanks here, and I'd be like, yo, I'm Steve-O 2025, bro. Yeah, like, I mean, but it's funny, but I'm like, yo, I had to drop my mom off to get some surgery this morning, bro, and I had to sit for a second. I was like, damn, there's a possibility. It is the world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how did you
It's funny
stop?
though, because I already had a lot of bad situations going on around me, man. We sold the drugs. We had the drugs right there. We had the marijuana, the crack, the meth, everything. Some family members were fucking druggies. So for me, luckily with sports and you know, I did fuck around, but I was always, I guess, smarter than the rest of the bunch. You feel me? You know, I was able to.
Or you knew what's good for you,
you
fool.
know, like to me, I was already a crack baby. That means I'm already hyper. Literally, I'm always hyped. I could be running on certain amount of hours, and I still wake up like nothing happened.
Your
you know?
parents were using when you were.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, marijuana calms me down. While motherfuckers are at 0 and they start smoking weed, now they're -20. You know, they haven't even got to 0.
This your Ritalin.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just relaxed. Exactly, my Ritalin. You feel me? I'm already hyper. I'm outgoing. Energetic. So honestly, I just didn't want to get caught up in the mix, bro. And me having a vision and wanting something for myself, I was always the chosen child from my family. You feel me? It was supposed to be sports, but I messed around and decided to.
You're the horse they were betting on.
Pretty much.
In a sense, because don't get me wrong, it's like, is anybody here a middle child? I'm a middle child. If you grow up being a middle child all your life, bro, it's either you're the one that they don't bet on, or you're the one that they do bet on. And 9 times out of 10, at least in my position, no matter what, they look at it like that. And I'm just like, I know you're the one that I'm betting on. Like, this is the one. You're the one that you picture me showing up and visiting you when you're old. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, I can relate. I could relate to that, bro. And it's a lot of pressure, bro. And that itself, that pressure is like enough motivation for you not to stir in those things, bro. Because that's the same reason, why it took me so long for me to experiment with drugs or anything like that. That's why some people might be like, look at this fool still fucking having fun and fucking around, and this is just like bro, to be honest,
this is still new.
Yeah, this is new to me, and I'm not saying that
you're more in control as an adult than somebody who's young.
At 33, I can fucking know that maybe trying a little bit of meth mixed in my coke might not be a great choice, but maybe if it were to be 25, I would have been like, fuck it, we gotta stay up, right? No, I am serious, bro. Yes, and I look at that from that point of view. That's why I know
when you're older, you're wiser. Facts.
Well, the other thing I was gonna say is, on top of just that I don't know, having the pressure, because I was the fuck up in my family. I think I'm the favorite right now because I'm the.
That's what happens when you're at first, when you're the fuck up at first. I was that too.
It was to the point my teachers were like, "Why aren't you more like your sister?" Because we were a year apart. She was a year older than me, and all my teachers compared me, and it's just stupid.
I thought they were asking you for a sex transplant and shit.
Why are you a girl?
Where's your vagina?
It's right here, right? No, no, man. So I used to get really depressed and stuff like that. I didn't have anything near as traumatic, but it's hard to compare pains and how they're received and all that as well.
Facts, yeah. You could have a small situation, but it blows up differently.
And so what I was gonna say is, for me, I was for a long time played like a victim. Just long story short, we got CPS involved and shit like this, and
you're really white. Yeah, I'm like, damn.
But and there was a time where I kind of loathed, and wallowed in all that sadness and shit. And I remember at one point I was like, this isn't the attention I want. I was like, I don't want people to hold me and bring me into their circle and be my friend because I'm sad.
I don't need no pity.
Yeah. I kind of so. It's one of those, it's different for everybody, and it's hard to say what would push somebody far enough to do a bunch of drugs and shit, but it is one of those, I think part of it can be the pressure of the outside world and what people expect of you, but also you got to give yourself some credit as being an individual that said, I don't want the attention that comes from that mentality. I would rather figure this shit out and make a change in my life because I know that's the only thing that's going to make things happen.
Right.
Versus just yeah, my life's rough, man. Can you spare some time?
Sure wish it was better.
Yeah. Okay, sure wish it was better.
Asking, you can't have your hand out, man. You know how they say the saying, you do something good, God's gonna look out for you, or God's gonna, help you out. You can't just look back and be expecting a blessing. You got to keep doing that, and over time, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you turn around and you realize that you've been getting blessed. You either got a job, you either got a car, you either been persistent and your music gets played, you either got a little bit of, you just got to look at the little small things, and before you do it, you're kind of making yourself a routine of doing positive things, and positive things actually does come, your way.
A lot of people expect good luck to be a situation like that,
you gotta
winning the
manifest
lottery. They want it to be an overnight success. I believe easy come, easy go, man.
Facts. And I've been working hella hard for many years, nonstop, dropping videos, editing, filming my own stuff, managing, Man, I just did the Latin Grammys for the second year.
I was gonna say out of all the independent artists that I've seen, bro, like for real, like you go to these events and you take your shit very serious,
I don't take
bro.
no for an answer. I don't give a fuck if nobody knows me, and that's for real, man. You're gonna know me right there and then, because my face is the business card. My personality, the way I approach people, I respect everybody. I come to people correct, and I don't need nobody. Like I said, man, I'm grateful for everybody around me. But all I need is for people to point the way. And at the moment, man, I want to give a shout out to Cali Effects for believing in me, sponsoring me. We got a big 40-foot, 2-story bus. Right now, we got a tour bus. We got a group of shows coming up. We got a lot of interviews. We got a lot of radio campaign coming, man. So stay tuned for that.
You have a current song right now.
Wildin', man. We got a Wildin' challenge too.
Yeah. I was gonna say you have that song. Can you talk about that, bro? Because you actually, congratulations, you are getting play on the radio.
Yeah, I got
and it's for an independent artist, bro. That is fucking big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna celebrate, but to avoid the balloons going off, not enough.
Yeah.
I figured. I figured out the tweak, bro. I figured out the tweak. Every 30 minutes, we're gonna just fill it up. So Joe Biden, this is your moment, bro.
Ready? Bang.
Yeah.
Tank alarm.
And that's how we keep the host motivated, baby.
You every 30 minutes, and that's it. You get one. If it finishes, hey, dog, I'm sorry.
You know what? That is some fantastic, like, I
You
don't
see
know.
what happens without XG?
You learn moderation?
He's not going to Vegas. He's not. Yeah, but
Yeah, I was able to get that played on 98.5 FM in Los Angeles. I was able to go up to Santa Barbara and getting played on the 805 all the way to the Bay, 91.9 FM. I got 94.3 in Bakersfield coming up next. I got a couple other stations that I'm working on.
don't sleep
right
on
now.
Bakersfield, y'all. Home of the Baker Boys and Kern fucking River.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Also, if we're talking about Bakersfield, I got to give it up to Stairway to Heaven dispensary. I don't know if they're still active or
They
not.
are.
but- Yeah?
I think
Yeah?
I think
Oh,
it's-
so-
Yeah, I'm going over there right now.
Those are some really close friends of
Driving
mine,
2 or
man.
3 hours.
I just haven't talked to them in
For an eighth.
forever.
I am going to tell everybody, though, I will tell you this. Listen, if we get more than 10 super chats, you know what I mean? Obviously, we got demonetized recently, which sucks.
Wow.
That's the reason we're on Twitch. But there is good news.
Yep.
We are fighting it, and we are working with YouTube to see what we can take off that got us flagged. So we'll be back so we can go back to having super
Wow.
chats. For the meanwhile, we were able to expand on Twitch. Welcome to all the Twitch family, which I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Number 2, we're going to become Twitch affiliates, which is great. We're going to be able to get donations through there. But if you want to make donations or for us to read your questions, I put the PayPal link on there. So for anybody who wants to participate, I'll give you guys, I haven't posted them up, but you guys will be the first ones to win the new, Naughty Crush Valentine's Day candle that I got coming out. It will drop tomorrow. So Puff Penny Melts, Flavors by His Own High and Hungry candle will be dropping tomorrow. Limited edition. Somebody's gonna win one, and hopefully you can rub it on his or hers back because it is a moisturizer too. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Can we use some of that here next episode?
Yeah, I mean, we had the Christmas one going in here, but I know you don't want to smell like cookies no more.
I always want to smell like cookies, dog. Are you kidding me?
Some milk and cookies.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
What kind of cookies?
Sugar cookies.
sugar cookies, that's like the ultimate Christmas thing. Like, fool, why do you? I'm surprised Santa wasn't like he's got to be like the
He's
most
a fucking diabetic motherfucker
He's got
in
to
the
be the
world.
most diabetic motherfucker ever, right? Like,
But he's been living forever.
How? How, Sway?
Came out of nowhere.
Through the spirits.
Oh shit.
I hate how the narrative now.
I love it.
The narrative now is they try to paint like a bad story on Christmas. Like before, the only horror / Christmas story that you would have was The Nightmare Before Christmas. But now they have fucking. What is it? Deadly Night or
That shit looks
Silent
so
Night. I'm like,
tight.
yo, what the fuck is that, bro?
No,
Like
I want
Santa
this.
Claus is killing everybody in the house. I was like, this isn't jolly, bro. Like, what the fuck is?
It depends on your perspective,
I've
bro.
actually been wanting to see that one.
Yeah, it's like Cocaine Bear. I'm sorry.
Cocaine Bear is on a whole different level. Don't put some respect on Cocaine
I
Bear.
am, because I mean, the Stranger Things guy is fucking Santa Claus murking people. Are you kidding me? You don't want to see that shit?
E-Zone.
What up?
Should I pre-order us Cocaine Bear tickets?
Yes, I want to see Cocaine Bear.
Where-
I'm not gonna relapse at that on that thing. When does it come out? I probably should be 6 months sober at that point.
Can we do it on a Saturday so I can come out with y'all? Like a Saturday night?
Let's plan it out.
Yeah, I really want to see Cocaine Bear.
What the fuck is that? Put me up on
It's
game.
literally a fucking movie. The only thing I've seen is a poster.
The white guy has to tell you because he's just as excited about it.
Yeah, I'm thrilled for all things fucking dumb and experimental.
Nice.
So I see a movie called Cocaine Bear. I'm just stoked they made a movie with cocaine in the name.
Ain't a bear in it.
You know? Also terrifying.
The bear has cocaine in him too.
He has to. Can you picture a bear on cocaine?
The context of the movie, Rome, for you to
I
have
don't know
some
nothing about
better
it.
understanding.
better
Yeah,
understanding
tell us
to
all
it
about
is
it, 'cause I don't know.
I guess there's these smugglers amongst this route, and on that route, I guess in these islands, there's wild. So I guess there's wild stuff. You know what I mean? There's forest and all this stuff. So in that land, some of the cargo, which is the keys and all the drugs that's being transported, gets lost. So these fools know where the navigation is, so they send these fools to look at it.
But
The
their
fucking
enemies is
bear
all the bears.
got to the cocaine first and ingest all these pounds of cocaine, and this bear goes on and it's based on a true story.
Shit.
Yeah.
The bear goes on a rampage. He kills like fucking 5 people. He destroys a camping house. Like the bear has keys
That
inside of him,
motherfucker
bro.
sets up a crack house and starts fucking melting shit out.
Like I'm just like if you're Cocaine Bear, bro, like because a bear is already natural. It's like cocaine gorilla. Like if you throw a brick at a gorilla, like a gorilla's gonna just destroy everything in its path.
Just give a lump of muscles cocaine and an anger problem.
Hey,
Goddamn.
you know who's directing this movie?
Who?
Elizabeth Banks.
Get the fuck out of here. She's doing it.
She's a director and a
Yo!
co-producer.
That
dude.
has me 10 times more psyched. That is one of the
I am
funniest
psyched up for
women.
this shit. Pitch Perfect 2,
Yo,
3.
she's one of the she is hands down has been one of my favorite funny actresses because she's extremely funny, very attractive. Just
Like, would you bone her?
come on, man.
I mean, okay. I'm sorry. I'm used to asking Xavier that.
no. Would me and my wife boner? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is that how that happens when you're with somebody? Like you?
I mean, if you're
with me and my wife boner. That sounds has a good ring to it.
You know, we operate as a family.
There it is, man.
Yeah, we operate. Okay, what happened?
Nobody,
damn, dude.
nobody left behind.
He sounds like I got a lot to think about now.
Yeah.
There's the rules. There's terms.
Like, no
and
wonder you're
conditions,
happy
but-
married, dude.
Hell yeah, I fucking lucked out, bro. You kidding me? She's got the power tools, shit like that. Like, I'm fucking. This is how you stay youthful, guys. But I mean, I do the dishes. I deal with the bugs.
She does all the housework. She fucking gets the roofing done.
She does the heavy housework and the nitty gritty while I'm at the office. But I try to
Nice.
help, man. But
There
she's
it is.
definitely
teamwork.
I try to give her more credit than just the balance.
She probably beats you in arm wrestling too, huh?
She could. She could. You kidding me?
Fuck.
It's funny because we're getting back in shape, and she's like, I think I kind of want a little bit of muscle.
Like, no,
Well, I told her, I was like, you know what?
go for it.
Well, it's one of those. I know that she always. I don't think dainty is the right word, but she likes being a smaller. She's a model,
Yeah.
so she likes being smaller and petite. But I know that she also wants a little more muscle, arm muscle. I was like, that just means the hand jobs are gonna be better, dude. Fucking do it.
More karate action grip.
You know what I'm saying? There's
I like the way you always think it on the bright side.
perspective, baby.
Yeah.
It really is everything. You could get mad. You can, woe is me, or you can look over at the neighbor's yard and be like, I wish I had that. But at the end of the day, you'll
It's
just
like,
be
bitch, I got
miserable.
this.
I am
She
grateful.
goes, I got this yard for you.
Yeah.
Fresh cut.
No, I was gonna ask you, dog, because you're like a ladies' man. You know what I mean? You're out there, or not necessarily a ladies' man, but you're
Suave.
Yeah, you're suave. You're a very suave character. What's
you,
that
brother.
part of your life like? How do you deal with that? Do you have to have a special lady? It's hey man, I'm damaged
I don't,
goods.
literally, you know what? I don't. It's literally perspective on social media. I get that a lot, But I don't see it that way because I'm always working and I'm dropping a picture. I'm doing a photo shoot and I'm doing a video and I'm dropping and I don't give a fuck and I'm just doing my next thing. And I'm not, you know how some persons, like, I work out and I'm still thinking I'm not enough. You feel me? So I'm always pushing myself, so I don't see it that way. I'm glad that people might look at it a certain way, but I'm just being me. I'm just grinding. I'm just trying to stay young. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to fucking stay relevant. So as far as when it comes to women, you know, if they gravitate to it, good. If they don't, you know, I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, I'm not saying like you were doing it for that, but you presented like you had like a Christmas photo shoot. Fool. I was over here. I'm over here. I was like,
you had to break the ice, huh?
Yeah. Well, I was like, I saw it on my feed and I was like, this the homie, so I'm not gonna mute this. You know, I'm just gonna refresh this. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, yo, the homie's out here feeling himself on Christmas, which is great. A lot of men don't fucking do that, bro. A lot of men don't fucking
you know
be
what
like,
it is? It's like right now, bro, you know what? You only live once, bro. And a lot of these girls, you know, they do photo shoots and all this shit. And then, you know, if all they doing is smiling, man, you know, I motherfucking smile too. You feel me? And to me, I'm just trying to rack up as much as I can. I'm literally I'm doing Christmas, whatchamacallit,
Halloween.
No. I got that going next. We doing St. Patrick's. We got what is it?
Hanukkah?
February 14th. What did you call that shit?
Valentine's.
You know, I'm just trying to do as much themes as I can, bro. You know, if like I said, if people like it, they like it. If they don't, I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, that's
You know
the
what
right
I'm saying?
attitude, dude. It's like
what's the wrong thing that can happen? The first motherfucking Mexican that ends up doing some Calvin Klein, you know, shit. What's wrong with that shit?
Well, it's funny because it's like on that
he does photo shoots too, bro.
That's how I met my wife. Yeah, we were both modeling at the
Butt
time.
naked in the middle of fucking Venice Beach.
She was actually naked. I was in a suit holding some gun. I forget what it was.
Nice.
But yeah, it's actually on my Facebook. But it's her and her
Dope.
roommate, and that's how we met. And I
Dope.
just made small talk because like she's naked, and I was like, let me
Yeah.
not like I'm not a creep, so I wasn't gonna be like, hey, titties. But you know, I was like, you know. I'm sure standing around quietly and just like him hawing around ain't gonna make nobody comfortable.
At
So
all.
we just started talking.
One thing led to another.
But you know, one thing that like I've learned is like I'm kind of dabbling in voice acting, like very, very loosely. But I did a little last year for my friend Raul, guy who was on the show doing the Hans Zimmer stuff.
I tried to apply for that.
What?
When he was looking for voices, like scary voices, I was like, I can do this.
What? You should have told him. I'll talk to him. I'll
Yeah.
see what's going on with his next thing. But when I had to go do his thing, I remember like he and my wife, who's done a lot more acting than me, were both like, just don't forget, like the goofier, the more like caricature it is, the better. They're like, you know, if you're on screen, ham it up. If you're fucking talking, ham it up. Like the worst anybody's gonna do is insult you. Like, but fuck it. Like that's. I don't know, man. I watch a lot of cartoons. I don't watch that shit to be bored and see somebody like acting like a normal person.
I watch most.
Spontaneous.
I watch
good
mostly cartoons.
Yeah.
Or mostly stuff that's like fiction. Like I just
legendary cartoons.
yeah.
shit,
Like I don't know. Like to me, it's always been like an easier way to understand things because like cartoons always. It's like, bro, you can be explaining death to somebody, but if you draw it in cartoons, it just transcends easy to me. And like to me, that's always worked. So I'm like, yeah, this is cool for me. I don't like the fucking like. I don't need to see it on CNN. It's like, yeah, fool, I know they're bombing people there, but I don't want to see the insides of people. Just tell me or something. You know what I mean? Like
make them horses like BoJack Horseman, and it makes it better.
It's funny though. I ain't watched TV in over like a year or two.
Not even streaming.
Nah, no TV.
Holy shit!
Really?
just
Damn,
been
you got
stuck in
some
the
discipline,
studio
fool.
and doing my music.
You have
and
everything in your
driving.
house, bro.
I
Like
have a one-stop shop.
yeah,
bro.
like I went to do his podcast. You have a podcast too, right? Roll
yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, Roll Dogs TV. Shout out
Yeah.
to the team. So today, I just spoke to somebody and I told him, you know, I've been having TV since Monday. Literally since Monday. Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm in the shower, and normally when I'm in the shower or when I'm sitting there meditating, I'm thinking about my next move. I'm thinking about what I need to finish, the next situation. And I'm sitting there wasting my brain energy thinking about them motherfucking murders. Literally. Thinking about those things that just happened in the news, and I just realized. And
But the Asian ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm telling this individual, I'm like, that's crazy this is right now. At this moment, I'm having like a little situation where I'm looking at it differently because I haven't seen television in so long. When you watch television and you hear the news, you hear a situation where you're being informed and you feel like you're being informed.
You're opening yourself up
Yeah.
to their agenda.
But if I'm telling you, bro, you look like shit. That's energy. Me telling you verbally.
Yeah.
And
So
and him
then watch-
listening to
yeah,
you
yeah.
is welcoming that shit. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there hearing this shit and it's taking my fucking everyday life into thinking negatively. So this fucking news shit, it's crazy how they can indulge your brain and make you think a certain way and change your energy.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't like watching news.
That's why old people are paranoid as fuck, bro. If you ask me, like for real, like old people, they live a paranoid life because all they do is watch the fucking news.
Well, the other thing is, I want to circle back to how like not watching TV might impact your art, because that's something I've kind of struggled with lately because I don't watch a lot of TV. But I was gonna say with the news, just touching on that, people like they're basic, like one of their primal things is to acknowledge negative things more than positive things.
Facts.
It's a survival trait. So that's why people are more pessimistic. It's why like 1,000 fuck ups can ruin one good thing. You know what I'm saying? Or I mean, one fuck up can ruin like 1,000 good things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
a relationship is a perfect example of that.
yeah. So, but it's as humans, as creatures on this planet, like anything else, our basic focus is to zone in on negative so we don't continue to do that. So with news, a lot of it is sensationalized and very negative to, obviously they want to get their views and all that shit. So that's why we have 24-hour news cycles that just recycle shit or just talk on the same story for so long. I don't know. I think it's important to stay informed and to read the news from like trusted outlets and even cross-reference some things. But I think that watching news on the TV is just blown out. It's definitely got some information that you can use that's helpful, but I think
as of today, there should be a minimal of one reported news, and that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else.
I don't want to hear
That's
anymore.
it. I don't want to hear nothing else. That motherfucker got caught. It's over. Done.
But now my big question is, how do you think not watching TV?
Because you're not informed what's going on.
It's hard to keep up with pop culture.
Pop culture, the fads, everything that's going on. I really do understand that.
So what do you do for like
for influence?
Or just not for influence, but like
what do you draw from, I guess?
Yeah, like because I would imagine like when I watch TV, like sometimes I might be watching TV and I'd be like, I pause that cartoon. I was like, hold on, we need something like that to make a character like that for my food blog, and then make a mascot. You know what I mean? Like that's how sometimes it might be like this. So like, what do you do to get the creative juices going?
Musically,
or just in general, bro? Like, what have you substituted TV with?
Instrumentals and hard work. Literally, my agenda is not just a rapper. I'm an entertainer. I'm sitting there doing my own graphics. I'm sitting there editing my videos. I'm sitting there promoting myself, managing myself, setting up the next situation. So I'm so overwhelmed with that when I set myself, because I have my house where, I have my podcast and then my workout room. Then I just jump into the studio. When I get into the studio, it's turn on the beats, 3 or 4 songs getting freestyled, written, and rapped right there and then. And tomorrow I'm mixing and engineering them. Like literally, I have a passion for it that it's something that I love to do,
So if you're not watching like TV and keeping up with like trends or anything like that, or pop culture, are you?
I find myself, like a lot of artists, working on a project and having TV just running. No, Netflix.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. At this point, I don't know who the fuck has cable.
Right.
We all pay about the same price, but we got it in streaming services.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's something, because like that's kind of what I struggle with. It's like I'll get out and I'll listen to new music, but it is kind of difficult for me to get excited to search for new music sometimes, especially kind of like yourself. You get wrapped in your own head. You're your biggest hype man and your biggest critic. So there's a lot of time where you're just like a very narrow scope.
Yeah, but for instance, when I'm in my car, all I'm listening to is OG Ron, right?
Yeah.
And right now I'm transitioning into remixing 30, 40-year-old songs, like funk music.
Tight.
Because, like literally having a beat maker mix them. So I've been listening to it for a whole month so I could catch the rhythm, because we rap a little faster. They sing. So their stuff is a little spread out, So I'm listening to a lot of funk, but other than that, man, like today on the way over here, I was listening to independent artist for the, you know, I enjoy being in somebody else's vehicle or working with people and listening to other people because I enjoy good music.
It's also a good way to get influenced for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, that was kind of my thing. Is I think I was working on a Planet themed album available on Spotify called Planets. Search Rock Samson. And it's that's my shameless plug of the night. But it's a weird album, man. Like I have a hard time like hyping it up because I called it like psych trap because it's got some like trap beats. Like the tempos are typically around like 70, you know, maybe 80. But there's a lot of exploration with like a lack of drums. So a lot of soundscape stuff, and every song represents a planet. And there's a whole backstory on that thing.
Damn, he went into it, huh?
Oh yeah,
metaphorically.
There's this whole orchestral composition that was created in I think the early 1900s or at least the late 1800s.
Damn, fool! Like you do history and music, dog.
I love history, but loosely love history. I obviously can't give you an accurate date.
Yeah.
But this guy did this composition called The Planets, and Mars Bringer of War. If you Google search that, you've heard it in movies or cartoons at some fucking point. But anyways, I found this record where this guy redid all of these orchestral compositions with synthesizers. So it's extra fucking spacey. So I just made this weird ass space album. So
can't go wrong with no synthesizer, man.
But when I was making that, I had a very clear idea of what I wanted in my head, and I did not listen to anything else for like a year.
Nice.
And then when I was done with it, then I kind of was like, okay, I'm not listening to me again for a minute.
Nice.
And then I kind of like was more receiving of the world. So
well, you had something in mind that you wanted to do, and I'm sure you accomplished it. That's all that matters.
Well, I mean, we got it done.
Hey, let's get on E-Zone, because I know E-Zone, you used to do music, right?
Yeah.
And you killed the comedy, bro. I know. I heard some of your music too, Big Pimpin'.
Thank you, man. You know, I reason I asked you those questions in the beginning, bro, is because it's funny that you bring that up. Like, I kind of got discouraged with not fucking with music anymore because I didn't find myself, like, being motivated enough. Like, I kind of, like, try to keep up with everything else and just, like, not give up. I lost focus of like what I really wanted to do, and then I just got busier with my other projects, and then I just felt like if I couldn't be attentive to it the way it deserves, I couldn't really be there at all.
You at least were honest to yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm in a position where I'm in too deep, and I'm closer to the finish line than it is to the beginning. You feel me?
Yeah.
And persistent is the key to the game, and at least I'm grateful for you to acknowledge the fact that I have been persistent. You know, I stay booked 2 times a month. I've been on the tour. I've been doing my shit, you know. Luckily, right now, we got that song Wildin'. We're doing the Wildin' Challenge. I did a press release that was on Fox, KTLA, Fox, 5 News, fucking CBS, ABC. I just got, you know, right now I'm just trying to utilize the little bit of exposure that I got to get to the next level. And hopefully by the next project, I learn more from this situation to excel better, and then just keep learning from every situation, you know?
What's one of your favorite cities that you on tour?
Well, I just did Miami like a month ago. That was beautiful to be able to be around a lot of people of different color, literally.
Yeah.
White as hell, brown as hell, black as hell, and then as soon as they talk, all Latin.
All Cuban?
All Latin, like Spanish.
All fucking Dominicanos, Cubans,
like,
and fucking...
And a different accent, and it's dope just to be able to see that, you know? Just to be able to realize that we're all just humans, you know?
Yeah.
So, I you know, Miami, I travel a lot, so I've been able to... Well, I've traveled a lot in the last 5 years, you know? So.
Were you touring, like, as a supporting act, or were you headlining
No,
your own
shit.
tour?
I was headlining the first dog tour there is. Right now, there's a lot of dog shows.
Yeah.
Right now, the first
dog shows?
Yeah, the bullies. The bully show.
Okay, so you gotta explain this to me.
Oh,
is
man.
Road Dogs like you guys make dogs or like
no,
what?
Road Dogs. Road Dogs is my camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my team.
No, because I'm like, yo, is this the whole like is a kennel like?
No, you see all the bullies. Shout out to my homeboy Logo Man, and they have their whole community of.
It's big.
Yeah, it's huge. So they have their whole like 3 different like companies like the NFL and this and this and
Yeah,
that. So
they
my
have
homeboy
divisions.
divisions. So my homeboy runs this whole company, and we did a tour from here to Arizona to Georgia. We literally did a group of states, and I was the first halftime act. So normally they don't have a halftime. They have so many trophies and everything that they're doing that it just keeps running. So he put in the stage. He brought me in. I did a whole tour. We still got the plaques and everything. And then after that, he's like, bro, you're connected with everybody in the industry, man. Let's bring in some famous people. So I done brought Sugar Free in, Corrupt, Above the Law, Silky Fine. There's just a lot of old school acts, you know what I'm saying? So I connect the homeboys with them, and they, you know, they make it happen, you know?
That's tight.
So now
And you're going into a whole new scene too, because like, you look at the kennel scene, and I'm like, I just think it's just like a bunch of fools that like got tired of buying a new truck every year. You know what I mean? And they're just like, hey, we make dogs now.
Shit, they got buku money, bro. I swear to God, shout out to Logo and man.
No, they
Logos,
got
man.
bread, bro. But it's just like they're just like, hey, we're just gonna keep making dogs. I honestly like, or have you started a division like with you? Like
Now,
that would
as far as
actually
doing
be
dogs,
like,
no, I try to breed my own dogs, you know, and I live on between Normandy and Weston, which is 1 block away from the Friday House.
yeah, he does. I drove by it after I left this house.
Yeah. So right there,
yeah, he told me, he's like, go on, tell him, dog, tell him.
literally 1 block away from Friday's house. So you see Craig's house, Smokey's house, fucking everybody's, you know. So what I did, I'm like, my first dog, I called him Debo. Debo swollen
Yeah,
dog.
big dog.
Then I'm like, you know what? Let me get him a brother, Smokey. And then my homeboy brought in another dog, Hector. Then Felicia. Then before we know it, we started making our own little Friday dog, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just realized, man, after being so busy doing music, it is not easy trying to breed no damn dogs, bro. It is not easy. It's a full-time job.
It is a full-time job.
You know?
It's a living.
We know somebody that what is it that does it like for a living, or like one of his hustles, and Predict explained exactly how that's done graphically.
Yeah. And I didn't know that, so that's why I was a failure. I thought that motherfucker was gonna get it in by himself.
Yeah, nah, it's like you gotta. Yeah, bro.
You have to catch that shit. You have to be the Santa's
You
little
know,
helper.
like when you're doing it,
you gotta
like,
be Santa's little helper.
yeah, it's like if somebody were to be like, you were to be in mid stroke and it slips out, and somebody were to be
grab
like,
it for me, bro.
yeah, hey,
Finish
put it back in for me. Like you'd be like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like,
You got a dick spot, man. I can't.
Yeah,
get it.
dick
Lift
spotter.
It, lift it.
My boy, I'm like, I didn't understand the whole method, and my boy would get her right in the ear all the time, all in the ear. I'm like, bro, that's not the motherfucking spot, bro.
yeah.
He just he'll be done. I'm like, bro, you just
You know
ear
what?
fucked her.
You just wasted
a whole fucking kennel.
God, we've all been there though, guys. Come on.
Right in the ear.
Right in the ear.
Rock's not right. You're like, oh, well, I don't think I'm gonna get the pussy tonight, but I gotta bust somewhere.
Right in the ear.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? I'm sorry it was your ear, but
You hear me coming?
It was.
Well, let me in.
now you hear me though, right? Like
It was a
this
really-
is why we need to go all the way.
It was a really nice ear. Okay. A weird new fetish.
I didn't know you like pearls. Hey, what is it? You have what is it? You have this you're known for having this big ass party once a year,
Oh
bro.
man, God is good for that, man.
Like and I mean, to be honest, like it is the craziest event, bro. Like a lot of people fucking show up. And before he goes on and tells you about this, let me tell you about our sponsor of the show. Make sure you guys check out the one and only Hamilton Devices at hamiltondevices.com. It is your one stop for all your C-cell needs. Whether you want to be smoking big like the Starship right here or the Mothership will have 3 propens in one, you can go ahead and hit it too and use special code word WDSTS15 altogether. Save yourself some money. And for the first 5 people after watching this commercial, if you go and watch it and send me proof, I will send you a gift from Propane and Flavors by E-Zone all together so you can use it with your new device. Either you get the PS1 or the Mothership and you click it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what am I telling you? Ray has a video. You know what I mean? Do you have that loaded up yet, Ray? All right, here we go. Quick break and we'll be right back. Thank you to our sponsor, HamiltonDevices.com.
Fuck.
And it is that 30-minute break.
Balloon talk.
What's up, y'all? I know you're watching the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast right now, but I'm here to tell you about our sponsor, Hamilton Devices at hamiltondevices.com. Specifically, I'm here to tell you about something that you're probably going to be like, yeah, I've seen that, but you haven't seen their take. I'm talking about this device right here, the Nomad. Before you get it, you got a code in the back to let you know just when you're holding it up in the store. Like, let's say you go to Vaporium Gifts, but I'm going to actually use it in front of you guys. So, comes in a nice little case so you can keep it away from people who are not supposed to get it. This part is included as well, which is the coil that you actually put the dabs in. The best part about the Nomad is that it comes with 3 options. This is not for your vape tanks. This is specifically for the people who enjoy the concentrates. So you got the classic fit, very much like this with a light bulb in case you need an idea. You know, I mean, when it comes to a pen or an electronic device on the go, I don't necessarily try to fill it up all the way. You got 3 different temperature settings. So you go 1, 2, 3. I like doing back-to-back blinkers though. And you could also, you could have an automatic mode. Now for those of you guys that need a more refined hit, this attachment is actually included as well, where you can actually put a little bit of water in there, get your little water filtration, hook it up right at the top. Once you put this attachment up in there, you got the water filtration included, similar to the one I'm about to show you next. I don't want to use this one because I want to get straight to the point and use this one right here. Sometimes when they call me to go on set, I gotta be ready and I don't have time to torch it up. So I got a 14 attachment right here, and I get to put it on my nice little $10,000 piece right here, made by Peter Moeller and Danny Camp Glass. Shout out to them. Set this motherfucker on automatic. And we're good. Taking a dab on the go, minus the shh. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, make sure you guys get your Nomad, Hamilton Devices. Thank you for sponsoring the show, and don't forget to use special code word WDSTS15. Once again, that's WDSTS and the number 15 all together to save yourself some money at checkout so you can enjoy this like we're enjoying it here on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast.
Really want me now? No, what's up, everybody? We are back here.
That's the intro of the lifetime. You fuckers missed it.
I know. It's a little pre-intro, but welcome everybody back to the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much to our sponsor, but we were talking about the hardcore parties, bro. Yeah. What's the deal with this hardcore party that you set up every fucking year on your birthday in the city of prideful Inglewood? You know what I mean?
You know what it is that, like I said, man, the key to this game is just supporting everybody, man. Be a part of somebody's success. Be a part of somebody's victory. When you know somebody that's doing good and they make it, what do you say? Yo, that's the homie. We went to high school together. Oh, that's the homie. We used to do this together. Oh, woo woo. Well, be a part of somebody's journey, man. So I used to do that to support everybody. I used to go to all the independent shows, all the heavy hitter shows. I became friends with a lot of celebrities. Then I found myself in a situation when I turned 30. I'm like, you know what? Let me see if they reciprocate the same energy that I give them in my whole camp. Like 20 deep, we coming out there with cameras, we filming, we showing everybody love. So I reach out to everybody. And then on the first year, it was just a banger. Boom. Everybody showed me love. They all came, you know, and it was epic, you know. Rapping Forte, everybody, performances. So I opened my house to everybody, to connect with everybody that I met in the industry.
The ultimate network party.
So when it comes to independent people like ourselves, celebrities that need the same avenues that, you know, we want to connect. So why are you going all the way over there when the people you need to connect is all these independent people that want features with you, that want to connect with you because of what you have?
That don't got to ask for permission.
Yeah. So I connected the dots and I was able to have my own stage. It's a situation where we have free weed free edible cake, free liquor, free performances, free interviews, just everything free.
Everything that you want, free.
But the fact is, the fact is, at the end of the day, while everybody's having fun, when you go to an event, even a cannabis event, everybody's getting high, or 20 performers performing. That it gets annoying. I make my shit where we're dancing and vibing and connecting with each other in a way that you didn't do it while you were doing it in a professional level out there in those events. Now you're at my house, connecting with these individuals, having fun, and still doing business, you feel me? So I didn't had everybody from Teach Me How to Dougie, Cali Swag District, rest in peace to Badass. I didn't had Capone fly out from New York, Capone Noriega perform. I didn't had people fly out from Switzerland. I didn't have people, like, God is good to me in a situation where I'm able to give back. If you give back, that shit will come right back to you, bro.
That's key facts right there. Let's clap it up for that, bro. Everybody write that shit down. Say that shit one more time for the people in the back, bro.
Yeah, man, if you give back, that shit will get back to you, man. You just got to be good to the people. The people, for everything, for politicians, for everything you want to do, you got to be about the people.
It's one of those things. You got to put it out there, but if you expect it back immediately,
look, bro,
good karma.
You'll get. And here's the thing, bro. Like, if you're a person that's fortunate enough to have it, like if you're fortunate enough to have it because you work hard, cool. That's not to belittle anybody else, but those people that are fortunate enough to have it like that work hard too. And we have bad days like everybody else.
Yeah.
But on those bad days, best believe that we get tested in a way where it's like, hey, fool, is it raining or pouring? Because right now it feels like both. And I gotta fucking act like I got it together for the rest of the world because I got people looking at me and I got people looking in me. You know what I mean? So that one thing I noticed is when I go through it, bro, I feel like I get tested in the craziest way, bro. Like I had a recent experience, bro, where I was like, I had like just a wave of bad news. I'm like, man, I got personal life shit going on. I was like, I got, our parents get older. You're 37, I'm 33. Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, I mean, RIP to your parents, but I mean, this is around the age where our people get their parents to start getting older. So I got to deal with that. I got to deal with politics of the game and all that stuff, and it all starts paddling up. And I'm just like, I rarely get stressed a lot these days because I know how to deal with it. But when I do, I feel it.
Yeah.
So I felt it kicking in, bro.
And I was like, damn, man, like I'm really fucking, like I want to go have, like my girl's birthday was coming up. I want to go have dinner. The day before that, we went bowling, and I'm just trying to keep it together. But she, a woman knows, if a woman's your partner, she knows when you got something wrong.
Yeah.
She's asking me, she's like, what's wrong? And I start opening up. And I'm normally not, while living down, we work in downtown, and I'm not normally one to like be like mostly too happy to see the homeless.
Right.
But there was one dude that was charging his phone by my car, bro. You know what I mean? And like my girl usually, she's like, man, I'm not even gonna point that out because I know you're probably gonna be an asshole. Like not an asshole, but probably gonna be like, hey fool, like what the hell are you doing anything to my car? Yeah. But I kind of had to bite my tongue, bro, and I was just like, I felt bad for homie, right? Like, cause you
had a realization.
I had a realization.
Hold on.
Yeah,
keep going.
Yeah, like I had a realization, like before, like
you thought you had it bad.
There was a spurt of anger that was gonna be like, yo, are you doing anything to my car?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in reality, like I saw that I got in the car and I saw he was charging his phone. And he was using my car to hide so the security won't kick him out. And he had a black eye.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, the homie looked like he'd been through it. So I was like, I fucking gave him like 2 of my pens. And I was like, look, fool, like charge this next. You look like you could. And then he was like, thank you so much for not saying anything, bro. He's like, I've been trying to charge my phone. So I let that go by. And my girl's like, she looked at me. She's like, damn, like she's like, she didn't say anything. But then we go to Target, bro. And I'm already like seeing everything pile up, bro. And I'm at Target. And I see this black lady. And she has a puppy in front of her cart, bro. And I'm like, I went there to buy toilet paper and like fucking shaving cream and like a couple of essentials. And this lady's like, I walk up to her puppy and I'm like, hey, nice puppy. And then she's like, and I could tell, I wasn't judging the lady, but she's like, how you doing? And I was just like, yeah. Then you could tell she had like 2 things, bro. And then she's like, look, man, like, I don't want to make myself vulnerable, but I feel like you're the only person that would able to reciprocate it. But she's like, I honestly just want soap. She's like, I just want fucking soap. She's like, I'll walk with you to the end. I'm just like, if you're willing for me to walk with you to the end, like, You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I was like, I feel like life was getting me in a way. It's like, I'm going to give you examples with stuff that you love, but you're going to be able to, because like the dog got me already. Any homeless with a dog, I'm like, fucking bitch. Yeah, bro. Like, any homeless with a dog, I'm like, fucking bitch.
Fucking dog has leprosy and rabies and shit.
How'd you know that's gonna work?
So like, I honestly, bro, like I bought this lady some soap. I gave her a hug, bro. And I had a little realization, bro, where I thought about it for a moment where I was like, hey, fool, like, you think you got it bad, but yeah, you do got it bad during these days, but like you have the power to make it better for a lot of people, bro. You know what I mean? And like having that itself was such a realization where it was like, it was almost better than fucking being like super like just on like being like what you consider elite. I was like, hey, bro, like you make it happen to fucking for people, bro.
There's a feeling you get when you give. There's a feeling you get that you don't expect nothing back, bro.
And that shit fucked me up, bro. I went home, I cried a little bit. I was like,
that's good.
Bitch. Like,
that's good. That's
like
good.
my girl's like, it's okay, baby. Like
that shit.
Like, yeah, like, you know, yeah, like, and I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah. How do I cry, Rock? That's exactly how it was, bro. Like, but I thought about it, bro, and I was just like, fuck, dude. Like, it really fucked me up, bro. And it's just like, it really kind of like, in a funny way, bro, you know, long story short was just like, hey, bro, like, you have bad days like everybody else, but there's people looking at you, and the way you go about your day determines sometimes how they're going to go out their day.
You still got clothes behind your back. You still got a roof over your head. You feel me? It's all about reciprocating energy and giving energy out to people, man.
My thing is... Go ahead. No. You were in the middle of
fight. No, he had a realization, you feel me? While you was going through some two negatives... Do not equal.
And it was shit where I'm like, I felt like somebody was going after my livelihood in a sense. It was like one of my projects where I'm like, hey, bro, like I've worked hard on this, bro. Like, and I feel like somebody's biting my shit. So I was dealing with work stress. My mom had to get this like tumor thing removed the upcoming week. And I'm just like, I don't normally let it all pile up. But I was like, even in the midst of that, and I kind of saw myself like having that like, that ramping up where I was like, fucking bitch, like anything would have made me angry, but I had these moments.
You had a state of mind. It's a thought. You were thinking about this, thinking about that. That's why you have to train yourself to think positive. You feel me? If a motherfucker cuts his finger off, you gonna sit there and cry about it? No, motherfucker, get some tape and put that shit back together.
And keep him, yeah.
I was gonna say, you know, another thing is, man, like, I'm a big believer in, like, you gotta be the change in the world that you want to see. And so in those instances, like, you were tested, man, and
I could have been a dick.
You could have, but you were.
Watch what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah,
watch what's gonna happen to you down the line.
And the reason I wasn't was because I didn't think about that. It was just because I felt that was what I needed to do at that moment.
Is the energy you had inside of you, man?
It's one of those. It's like, I don't know. You were kind of going through it too, man. So it's like nice that your brain, I guess, rather than like doubling down on like, well, I'm miserable, fuck everybody. You're like, no, I'm sad. Shit. All right. Now I'm seeing this through a different scope.
Yeah, and to see somebody is like joy, because I'm like, fuck, fool. Like, if I had to choose between like, I need this soap to be clean and like be living like for the basic essentials.
Don't drop the
yeah, and then like I have to deal and I compare it. I was like, well, I'm bitching about somebody having the same idea as me or trying to steal my shit. I'm like,
we'll get back on that schmuck.
Hey,
later.
Yeah, no, I mean, of course.
That means you influence somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
Yeah,
they try to like, if it was no, like,
yeah, it's a straight bite, but it's like, you know, but even though nonetheless, I'm just like, hey, man, like, I don't know. I had that moment where it's like, it wasn't even like. It wasn't even about that anymore, bro. It just kind of became weirdly about making it for somebody else. And like, to me, dog, like, it's weird when I have these moments. It's cool to have somebody, like, for me, like, I have, like, I have a girlfriend. She's great to me, and she's there for me as a great life partner. To share these moments, bro, because I would have these moments before, and sometimes I feel like my ego would stop me from doing the right thing because I was so insecure as a man, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I was so insecure of like what somebody else would think, what somebody's, you know what I mean? Like, maybe something I had said before, and it's like now that I look at it and like I'm just like, hey, man, like, we're all here to make our lives easier for each other if we can, bro.
It's like what is it? Fuck, I'm a little high, but no, it's
Hey, he could have called it that, bro. Fuck, I'm a little high.
Fuck,
fucking
I'm a
bitch.
little high. Yeah, right. Fuck, I'm a little high, need a snack. But no, like, that thing's okay to be upset about. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, man, like the other thing is like boundaries. Like I worked on Skid Row for 2 years when I first moved here 6 years ago, and like the bleeding heart in me, like at first was really sad for everybody out there, and then after the first couple of months, just constantly being exposed to them.
The third day. The third day, I was very frustrated. But
it was funny because it was one of those. The human experience cannot be defined in extremes or black and white. It is a variant of colors and, you know, variables and stuff like that. And it's just like, that was like, man, that was a learning experience. Like, I would not change it just because I learned like real empathy for these people. Like, you knew some people that were struggling. You knew some people that were pieces of shit and struggling. And you know people that were not pieces of shit, but doing shitty things because they're desperate.
Right.
And so you learn this like boundaries, like, damn, I feel for you, but you got to get the fuck off my property. Like,
this motherfucker.
Like, no, but it's true, bro. Like, because everybody's had both sides of the skull.
Yes.
And it was like, there was one time like I was like having to evict somebody like off of our, you know, because they were starting to build in front of our gate.
Well.
Like, look, man, like, I don't care what you do at night, but during the day, I cannot have you here. You need to go. We're trying to clean this sidewalk. Like, come back later. I don't care. Right. And he started trying to grill me, and I looked at him. I go, look, I really feel for you. If there was anything in my ability that I could do for you right now,
you should help that motherfucker build on the side of the freeway then.
I said, what I'm capable of doing. I can't build shit. I ain't no carpenter.
I know Manuel and Jose.
He calls his lady. It's like, yo, this guy needs help.
Natasha, come help me build a fucking house.
I promised this guy, but I didn't tell him how. Yeah.
Just come on. It's a good project.
Oh, it's just be like, get in the car. We're going to Home Depot. I didn't tell you I was gonna do it. Yeah. I've been like, there's like 3 workers in the back, in the front that I know could do it, bro.
If I told her that, she'd be like, we're going to Home Depot.
What?
Yeah. but nah, man. Yeah, I learned a lot about like how much as a person you can give of yourself and how much you can empathize and want to do more. And there's some people that have the time, that have the bandwidth to get in there and really help these people more than we can.
You know, I was able to be blessed to be able to be with the mayor right now with what's her name? God damn it.
Of LA or
of LA, yeah. African American.
Karen Bass?
Yeah, Karen Bass. So I was at a mansion with Karen Bass, and that's when I first met Tiffany Haddish. And whatchamacallit, I spoke to Karen Bass and everything, and I didn't know what that event was actually for foster kids, you know? So at the moment, I'm more like a hustler trying to connect with the real people, the mayor, and networking until I realized it was about foster kids. And I'm, you know what? Oh, hell no. This is for me. This is God speaking. You feel me? So I'm like, who runs this mansion? Who's the owner of the mansion? And then I went to go talk to him, and I told him my life story. They're like, man, we want to bring you on our show, this and this and that. And speaking of that, I need to follow up. But overall, I was able to meet with her, and she's dealing with a lot of the stuff that has to do with homelessness, right? And a lot of stuff with LA. I don't know how to get in, all up into the situation, because when you don't know, you always have an opinion. If you don't know the budget, if you don't know the situation, I just know there's just a whole lot of money not being utilized the right way. Our freeways are dirty. You feel me? For me, in like 1 minute, if you guys give me your time, I think it's as simple as using one of the downtown LA buildings that are 4 or 5 stories up, not left or right. Utilize it as a police station in the bottom, a medical field in the middle, a recreational center right in the top, a stationary place where they're all housed and everything. And a lot of these people do not have the mental capacity to think for themselves. So honestly, that's why they do not have the tools to be able to say or do what they actually can as we can as individuals. So that's why they're going to sit there and post up in front of your house.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, that's rent free, bro. I know, look how much the rent is.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Well, and it's like you said, they don't have the ability to communicate.
To me, it's not about getting mad at these individuals. It's about getting them their HIV test, to giving them their medications for free, to give them a recreational center, a support system, mental counselors, and all that in a stationary building that they can't go left and right. The reason they're in downtown LA is because all the buildings that they get all their money and income and their benefits is down there. I'm not no genius, but at the end of the day, if these people can't take care of themselves or anything like that, that's how you become something of attorney. What is it? The
Power of attorney.
Power of attorney. Well, then again, let the state be the power of attorney because they're not mentally capable and they're gonna keep doing crimes. What's the point of getting somebody a damn ticket every time they're pissing? What's the point of giving somebody a ticket or them to jail every time they smoke crack? They're gonna keep smoking crack. Leave them alone.
Hey,
OG Rome.
Hey, right now, or Bum Island.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, that's always been my idea, bro. It's like Bum Island is a joke, but I'm saying but if you were to actually let's just say, all right, well, maybe not Catalina because they got the last of the buffalo there. But
yes. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, put them there and take care of these individuals.
Yeah, not just abandon them.
No, it's not about that. Give them good ass
like-
food. Let them live like fucking kings.
I don't know about that, bro.
Fuck that shit. They're not gonna know the difference if you give them an avenue. All they need is look. I've worked with seniors. I've worked with people with dementia. I've worked with people with drug habits. I work with people and my family, everything, bro. If you give people a purpose, as dumb as they are, as mental capacity that they might have or not, they will have a purpose. They will have a reason to wake up in the morning. If it's just to wake up and throw that trash every day down the hallway. If it's wake up just to tell Miss Jackson, yo, Miss Jackson, it's time for you to wake up. Give everybody a purpose. And that crazy island that you said, I don't give a damn if it's that crazy island or that big ass building. As long as we utilize those goddamn tax money to take care of these individuals that the government themselves have brought cocaine, drugs, and everything to influence us for many years. So all I'm saying is just take care of our people. Everybody take care of each other and we're going to be straight.
Straight up.
One day.
One day. We so fucking rich in this goddamn world. The richest person could give everybody $1 million or $1 billion each.
Bro.
Could technically get free Amazon.
That's Jeff Bezos' fucking give back plan. Everybody gets 1 month of free Amazon. Free Amazon Prime. I didn't say free Amazon, just free Amazon Prime.
Oh, what an ass.
Yeah. Oh, you know he's going to keep dialing it back. But on unlimited objects, limited items.
Yo, for real.
1 month free with a subscription to a year. You're like, God damn it.
3 months Amazon Music for free.
That's the bullshit.
Motherfuckers got me the other day. The homie started, I guess, talking to my little Amazon thingy majiggy and got me subscribed. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh, no.
All because you wanted unlimited, no replays and all that shit.
They fucking got you.
That's the worst, bro. Where they fucking get you all that shit. I mean, but you don't. You're like, I don't even watch. For him, he's like, I don't watch that shit, bro. It's kind of like I was reading this story, or what was it? No, was it the whole story with how Shakira caught her man cheating or some shit like that? You know, the whole get down with that. I was reading and I was like, damn, this is interesting. This is all because
copycat cheating.
Well, that's the whole reason she made that whole diss song and shit with the other bitch that he's with.
Her hips were like, I think you're
no, bro. Cheating. So you know what I was reading what it was, bro, and it was the one thing where you never think. This fool never eats strawberry jam. Never. Shakira's been married to this motherfucker for a while. He never eats strawberry. She knows he doesn't eat. She came back from a trip and she saw that the fucking brand new shit was broken into and she's like, oh hell no, dog.
What?
Yeah, bro. Fuck? She saw because she eats it and then she's like, yo, this shit was brand new or some shit. And then she's like, I know you don't eat it for a specific. He hates it. So she's like, who the fuck was here? And then she looked into it. Cameras. Yeah, bro. Because that's what rich people
had cameras in his house. It was still come on, man.
I'm pretty sure rich people have cameras in their house regardless.
I think when they I have full ass cameras right now. You know.
Yeah, I was like, I walked into the front door. I was like, damn. I was like, ain't nobody coming in here without permission.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like, damn, dude. God damn. You can't. I don't know. You're married to Shakira. You can't rent a hotel. God damn. You can't fucking pull out some cash and go get
that bitch get the peanut butter.
How do you cheat on
not the
Shakira,
jelly.
dude?
Huh?
How do you cheat on Shakira?
That's the $1 million
Well,
question.
I mean, look, fool, that fool's a soccer player, bro.
So she fucking
that fool has pussy being thrown at him all the time.
It's not Shakira.
Yeah, I know, but it's like maybe
you gotta get people to respect.
Maybe he wasn't the one that was gonna respect Shakira like that. Like you said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's maybe he's trying to live that Cristiano life, bro. You know what I mean? Pre-marriage. Cristiano was boning every bitch.
I mean, but
he was like Drake.
But I mean, that's the thing is at that point, you know, I don't know who all he's boning, but I'm sure it's just like more like a normal caliber of people. Whereas Shakira, Jesus Christ, why would you fuck that up? Jesus Christ! Popping lock.
She's like, you know, I saw this movie. I was watching this preview with my girl yesterday after we went from dinner, and it was just like, I think a Shotgun Wedding is this movie with J-Lo is coming out.
Yeah.
And then there's this like scene where she's like, you know, like she's wearing like some panties and like you see her stomach, and I was like, I even told my girl, I was like, hey, I gotta point this out. This bitch looks good for like 53 or some shit. Like, I was like, yo, what the fuck is she doing? Like, how many goats is she killing to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, fucking maintain that youth, bro. Like,
money, baby.
Yeah, like she's doing some kind of voodoo to have those fucking abs. She has that De La Hoya fucking witch doctor, bro.
Oh, De La Hoya fucking got his fucking
Yo,
abs, huh?
yo, that shit is in 55, bro. Like, how much testosterone are you taking?
This who said, I didn't pay for these abs not to show them off.
This was like he started getting cheese. Yeah.
Shit out of Oscar. What a fool.
Hey, that was some crazy shit. Remember when he got caught with that fucking like dressing up like a woman? I mean, I've been on a fair sick one when I used to do cocaine before, but I've never thought about putting on fishnets.
I mean, fishnets would be difficult to put on, but I mean, like, I don't know, man. I've done Halloween. I was Harley Quinn for Halloween one year.
There it is.
Okay, but did you full on lipstick? You acted like a woman?
You had to finish it off. You got to do it right.
I'm committed, bro.
Fake tits?
No fake tits.
All right, cool. That's really committed right there.
Well, I did wear a bra.
Okay, yeah. Oh, damn.
So come on.
Yeah, that's pretty damn.
So what it is
in all perspective, if you're doing it as a comedic, you know.
But then again, he's married. He can, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
even
like
before I was married, man, I don't take myself that serious. Like, I know putting on a girl's outfit isn't gonna make my dick want something else all of a sudden. And even if it did, what a neat life
you put on a sundress hat. I think I like men.
You know, and if that's all it took, then like, what's the flip around? You know, I'm just saying, like, if it was that easy, I'm sure a lot more people would be like, you know what? I'm scared to do it. I gotta know. That's what it's like to want cock. All right. You know, I'm just saying, it's just, that's such a weird oversimplification, and it demonizes sexuality. It's kind of like, I don't know, man.
The man was having fun, is what he's saying.
Yeah, it's 2023, man. You know, I don't give a fuck.
And Oscar De La Hoya was looking for a fucking surf and turf with his little fishnet.
Or I mean, hey, bro, like I said, cocaine's a hell of a drug, bro. You know what I mean? But it never got me that bad. Like, I would just
James, you're gonna be stopping all on your white couches.
I would just text everybody at 4 a.m. That's the worst it ever got. I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
I never got one of those.
Like where you're just like, "Oh, I didn't have your number then, bro."
Fuck. Okay, do some coke.
Nah, they were not going back. Yeah, man.
I want my 4 a.m. text.
I want my 4 a.m. text, damn it.
He feels left out.
I don't feel special.
He's like, yo, it's 4 a.m. You want to go
Ray's been there, bro. Ray has been the reason why I didn't ever get a DUI or anything like that, because Ray has saved me in a hell a lot of positions.
UI.
Yeah, like for real. Like he'll pick. Remember, Ray, when you would
DUI,
like a D&D and all that.
Yeah, DUI. Like, remember when you would pick me up at like George's house at 1 a.m. and 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Just all coked out, and I felt bad. I just no consideration
Just
of what
hang
Ray was
out,
doing.
watch him do the
I was
shit.
like, oh, he's editing for sure. Let me call him Ray. He's like asleep and shit.
Ray, you're not with your girl right now, are you?
Yeah, like I was like, you're not with your
It's
girl.
either you pick me up or I get a DUI. It's on your
like,
fucking head.
What a friend, bro. He's like,
Click.
hey, fool, I think I'm gonna get a DUI, or can you pick me up, bro?
I'm at this address down by the docks. Be there in 10.
Have you ever been in a scary fucking situation like that where you're like, man, I might get a DUI or something like that?
No.
Yo, check it out. I'm gonna give you one crazy ass story. Check it out. So now in this era, we're able to take out our phone and videotape the police, right? And we're learning a lot about our rights that we did not know back in the days. Back then when Rodney King got his ass whooped, you know? Back then when you're just hanging out 4 or 5 deep in your fucking car and you're getting pulled over and just getting fucking, just...
Getting faded.
Getting fucked with the cops. Well, check it out. I was at an event all the way in Upland. I found myself going to this individual's party, and when I get to the club, the bouncer knows me. He goes, I went to high school with him. He goes, what's up, Ron? Woo! You know, you've been doing good, this and that. Whatever you need, I got you. And because he was flossing, I'm like, whatever I need, bro, give me a bottle because it wasn't my party. Give me a bottle in a section. And I guess he had it like that. He got me a bottle in the section.
Oh, shit.
I like to
Damn.
dance. I like to, dance and sweat it off if I'm going to be drinking. So happened to be I wasn't dancing, but I was drinking. I get out of the club. I spark up a blunt. I see the cops far messing with the people. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go to the backside. I go to the backside. The cops see me. They're right in front of me. I'm going straight towards them. They going the opposite direction. They do a bitch. That's when I'm like, oh, they fucking with me. I turn my blunt off. I got one of them smoke sprays. I sprayed my car. That shit went away like this.
Yeah?
I went back into the club. And then I made a story. I'm like, no, I'm here to pick up my girl. Because I already knew they were going to fuck with me. And I knew I was not going to pass this. I was fucked up. But they had no reason to pull me over. I wasn't fucking driving wrong. I was actually going the opposite direction.
You were just in the fucking area.
Yeah. So that's already illegal. So when a cop asks you if you've been drinking or not, as long as you don't give them a reasonable doubt, then you winning. So they asked me, have I been drinking? My first answer is no, I don't even drink. I smoke. They're like, can I check your car? I'm like, I don't feel comfortable you checking my car because you have no reason to pull me over at all. You're just bothering people at the club. I still have my speech. I know I was buzzed, but I still have my speech.
Yeah.
He ended up trying to tell me to get out the car and check my car. Bam. He finds a bottle in the back of my trunk with some wraps and everything. He's like, why do you have a bottle? I'm like, because I keep a bottle there. I keep my blunt wraps. I keep a go-to bag.
I stay prepared.
Your shit's
Pretty
in
much.
the trunk where it's
But this whole
legally supposed
time,
to be.
I'm not telling you guys that I've been filming the whole time. This whole time I'm filming this guy. And I'm telling them, I'm filming you for my own safety because you have no reason to pull me over. They're like, look, I don't care if you've been drinking or not. I just want you to just pull over, relax, take this breathalyzer, and if you just relax, then you can go home after. I'm like, look, I don't want to take no breathalyzer. You have no reason to pull me over or anything. Call your supervisor. Now I'm just going against the grain because I know I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. I'm telling
Double
you,
down,
Craig,
baby.
I'm fucked up.
Yep.
But we seen enough videos, and at the end of the day, whether you're fucked up or not, he had no reason. They're supposed to protect and serve, not go and look for situations.
I don't know, man. They tax collectors,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. That's the problem. That's incentives. So they call the supervisor. The supervisor comes in. Now it's 30, 40 minutes after all that shit. And I'm telling them, I'm not taking no test, and I'm not taking I'm not walking no line or anything.
Hardly got a buzz at this
Period.
point, though.
And I'm filming these motherfuckers. I'm like, and even if I did, I'm in the cold now. Now all my shivers and everything is gonna work against me. And I already told you I haven't been drinking. Now the bouncer, the owner's already seeing the situation, and since he knows me, he comes to the front. He's like, nah, look, that's my people. They know me. The supervisor comes. They're like, look, can you take the breathalyzer and that's it? You can go home. I'm like, no. And as soon as I said no, he said, have a good day.
Damn.
You got lucky,
He gave me my driver's license and said, have a good day. At the end of the day, as long as you're not talking too much when you fucking buzz.
That's the thing, man. Too many people.
Don't be trying to be too friendly and try to tell him everything. But at the end of the day, whether I was or not, I told him I didn't drink and he didn't know no difference.
Nah, you had the high ground, man. You can't let him
Facts.
intimidate you.
Yep.
And that's what he did. You feel me? But that's just a lesson to everybody, man. Pull out your goddamn phone and just hold your ground and, shit.
I forget if it's still a feature, but I don't think it is.
But I remember, like, during the riots in 2020,
I was gonna say, like, fool, you were not like the original riots.
no, not 92.
And let me finish.
By the way,
I learned from my
Globito
mistakes,
break.
though. No, I learned from my mistakes, and I would never do it again. I know that shit was a story to tell, but I swear to God, it is not worth the $10,000, and it's not worth all the bullshit. You feel
No,
me?
man.
It is not.
I've had a couple of small scares, but I
Drink some water before you leave all the time.
always, bro. Drink your Pedialyte the day before. Make sure you're ready to go. You got all your fucking electrolytes and shit. But man, I'm prepared. I don't like feeling like shit. I got things to do.
Rock for sure is like white responsible getting fucked up.
I mean, it just, man. Okay, so you want to know, like, one of, like, the changing things for me? I got blackout drunk DJing a party at the Winter X Games in Aspen in 2013. I blacked out.
Speak on it.
I blacked out 10 minutes into my set.
Was the fucking snow going
the
like
fuck?
this?
I did a 4-hour set, no problem.
I'm sorry I had to push it because
Okay,
I told you it's 30
You
minutes.
blacked out 10 minutes into the set, and then you still did 4 hours?
Yep.
What the fuck happened?
Well, my last memory. Okay, so there's 500 people in this venue. I'm the only DJ, and I'm in this booth that's like eye level with everybody, right? And all of a sudden, I have to piss really bad. I had a beer and 2 shots, and so whatever reason, I got to pee. I look at the crowd, and I'm like, there's no way I'm getting through that crowd and back to my tables in time to keep this party going. I got to pee in the booth. So I grab one of the pint glasses. My very last memory I have is hysterically laughing as I'm pissing in this glass, looking at all these people that have no idea what's going on. So fast forward, I black out at that point. But I had a really good close friend, my friend Robert, that I've known for fucking ever, who was living up in that area.
Is this your friend Robert?
That is not my friend Robert, but I want to be that friend.
Oh shit!
But
this is my friend Raul.
Raul,
what's going on? Yeah, but go on. Talk about your friend Robert.
So anyway, so Robert was the one who kind of helped me get through the night. But long story short, man, the altitude got me. I blacked out really hard. But and I did some rowdy shit, yelled at some cops, did some dumb shit that I definitely could have gotten fucked up for. But somehow, yeah, no mames. But somehow got through it. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I somehow got through the set though. I even asked. I was like,
how'd you finish?
Yeah, I don't know. It was I was nervous because the next night we were opening for Bun B and Diplo, and I was like,
name drop
all the time, baby? No, but I was like, what?
Diplo.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I remember being like,
the puppet Diplo.
Dude, you got to do it right. Close your mouth and say it. You got to take a fucking nozzle. It's like the drink.
Oh, don't worry. There will be a lot of videos in Vegas being made with Raul. He's going out there with us.
Raul's going?
Damn, we might have to do a beat video with Raul.
Raul is going to fucking Champs. We're going to Vegas on a mission for 2 days. I don't know how long, but you know what? Without drugs, I ain't gonna lie. I'll say it right now. The best thing I ever did was quit doing cocaine, bro.
Proud of you, dude.
I'll fucking say it, bro. The best thing I ever did was quit doing cocaine, as a fucking habitual thing. It was cool when I did it, as friends that fucking came around that had the sack, but when I had the power to buy the sack and I bought a whole ounce, I was like, this is a problem. It's not like getting the whole tank, you know what I'm saying?
Man, my biggest regret and thing that I'm happy I kicked was cigarettes.
Damn,
that was a
good
fucking idiot thing to have, man. I don't know.
You be smoking blunts and then smoke a whole cigarette after.
Somebody said everybody who quit cocaine says that. I said, yeah, fool, because you learn.
Yeah.
I'll be here when you're done, bro. I'm not saying you gotta quit. I'll be right here, bro. And believe me, you can show up to my next live event and I'll be right there doing Nas while you do lines.
He's proud of you, though, dog. He says he's proud of you.
But
This
thank
is
you.
a supportive community.
Nonetheless, how do you feel, Raul? This is senor.
The man of not that many words.
Got a balloon in his mouth. He's busy. See.
For $10, bro, it's the best undocumented fucking puppets you can get.
You got that puppet for $10?
Are you gonna take him to Japan?
Nah, because I'm not gonna be able to be doing.
You don't have his papers, bro.
He has to watch the pad, fool. Yeah. Next one. Hold on. I'm sorry. Here you go.
That's what he's there for. Can we do a puppet episode?
Come on, man. Yeah.
Yo, can we do a puppet episode? We get 4 puppets.
If we could get 4 puppet episodes, we are good.
We're gonna fucking make it happen. So we each get a puppet, and then we gotta give XG a puppet, and he has to talk with it the whole time.
Killer.
That would be great.
He'll start to talk and be like,
Fucking puppet masters over here.
I'm talking to the puppet.
Yeah, it'd be turning. Yeah, be looking at each other. It's like, who? Me? You? Oh,
Dude, yeah. Puppet episode. Tune in.
Hey, what is it, Roman? I wanted to ask you. All right. Well, first of all, it's the last fucking 20 minutes. We don't care about Nas balloon noises. All right, just for everybody that knows. The last 20 minutes are all hands. Do you believe in the paranormal?
Paranormal, which would
do you believe in the paranormal, or have you ever had any
ghosts and
paranormal?
Stuff like
because look, fool, I ain't gonna lie, like me, I've had my madrina on here. I do Santeria. I'm Salvadorian. I'm born from a very small fucking stayed out of all Central America. My parents raised me Catholic. Yeah. I don't know how I ended up being I have a madrina and all that stuff, but I think spirituality speaks and it calls you, from the past and in the present, and you'll get drawn to it. But have you ever had anything in your life that you consider paranormal? Like maybe they dropped the cup by itself, or you've seen a little ghost, or have you ever seen anything in your whole life like that made you question, like, is this even real?
That's crazy. Actually, no, not really, man. When you like I told you my background, when you so tied up with bullshit, you ain't got time to be thinking about paranormal. You gotta be whooping them.
Well, I mean, like,
I worry about getting your ass whooped.
I mean, like,
but I hear what you're saying, and I think to me is paranormal energies and stuff like that. The fact that your brain is able to get so many information and lock it into a folder and say, you know what, today or this year, I do not need it, and knows what to use and not use. And when you're able to sit there and tap in to something like, I'm assuming, to each their own in their own experience. To me, I don't believe in it because I don't tap into it. But I believe in vibes and
I
energy.
do believe that you have to be very conscious of it for you to respect it.
Exactly. So when you're like that, your energy is opening up for it to come in. You feel me? You're thinking about a thought about your grandma, a situation like that, and all of a sudden this or that.
And mind you, this isn't paranormal.
You make it relate to your situation.
Mind you, this isn't paranormal, but I do want to point out one fucking thing here. Have you noticed that this man is a fucking professional to the fucking T? And the reason I say that is because have you noticed that the microphone has not fucking cut off, not even one fucking bit. Can we give him a round of applause, bro? God damn, bro. Like, that is fucking, bro. We have this issue every fucking episode, bro.
What?
And I don't mean to emphasize, like, just because I'm on Nas, bro, but Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Like, motherfucker, am I lying, Giovanni? This is the first episode of Mike has never cut off.
Why? You know why? Because his face is close to the mic like it should be.
Like a boxer, right under the fucking eyes, homie. It's technique.
Watch the episodes with Xavier and see how far that mic is, dog. Come on. That was going to mention that
pero if it was
too.
Xavier y si fuera verga y estuviera bien cerca.
If it was a dick, you'll be right there, right in front of it.
Yeah, we all know what he did with the fucking mothership right here. We have it as an advertisement, thank God. Jesus.
Wait, what did I miss?
Don't worry, he did it on purpose. I didn't have to ask it. I'm saying, Raul, it's okay. You passed out on the balloon. It's fine. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, but
there it is, man. But running my own podcast and being able to do interviews many, many times, man, allows me to be able to get better and better every time, man. Nobody's perfect. You find yourself in a situation where you're drinking and smoking. You might move to the left and right, but for the most part, keep that shit right in front of you, man.
That's hilarious with the
straight
mic,
up.
though.
But so back to the whole paranormal thing. So you haven't had nothing.
I haven't had anything, but like I said, man,
have you ever had a godly experience where maybe like not near death, but where you're like
near death? Yeah, many.
Or where maybe you're like, you know what, there is something else out there. Because I
believe in UFOs.
Okay,
I believe in extraterrestrial beings. I believe that we're not the only ones. I believe that time travel has been proven. I believe the fact that we're able to clone, we're able to do everything else. The fact that.
Okay, so you do like no, don't get me wrong. Like I'm trying to tap in like where because I'm very big on spiritualism. Like I said, I do Santeria. Like I have a madrina and all this stuff. Like it's crazy how I ended up. And it's like I'm over here, but like I used to be one of those fools that used to hold the Bible in front of the fools. I never got abused for everybody that wants to fucking know. Fuck you guys. Like I was like, fuck that. I would have socked the pastor, fool. I was straight up. I did steal a pack of the body of Christ though, and I ate it at home because I thought it was gonna give me longer life.
Wow.
Jesus.
I did. I shared that story many times, but that was my first thing. I've always been like that. Like, I've never played the Ouija board, but I've always believed in shit like that.
Because you come from that environment, your household.
It wasn't even like that. Like, I just like I've always respected it, but I was drawn to it. Like my family's very fearful of it. My family's like, oh, brujeria, que miedo, you know what I mean? Like, and all this shit. Like, but like I was always like, who played the Ouija board? Have them on my show. What did they tell you?
there? You know what I mean? Like that was my thing. Like
that shit said pay my fucking taxes.
Yeah, like that shit said you owe the IRS $16,000, bro.
Fuck this fucking game.
I would fucking start fading that board, bro. I would just be like, yo, fuck this board, bro. Like,
I hate you.
I'll be like, who's this, Raul? Yeah.
Yeah, so for as far as the spiritual, not really, bro. I think it comes down to everybody's individual experience, the way everybody has their own voice, the way everybody has their own opinion. You know, you have the right to experience that, bro. Just know that the reality is here, and whatever you're experiencing, everything that's your own individual experience, and you could tap into it. Just make sure it's a positive energy, not a situation where like, oh,
yeah,
my mom wants me to go kill myself. Why the fuck would a ghost come out of to make you go kill yourself? That's just don't act.
Because they're lonely.
But see, here's the thing though. Like, here's a man that's telling you, or that's not the case. I'm not gonna co-sign that. But yeah, but here's a man that's telling you, like, straight up, that has been through like many situations that is like traumatic and everything, and it has battled it out. Like, some could say you have been fucking throwing putazos all your life, very much like how a lot of people would say for themselves. But the one thing that I would say is when you're born into an environment, like very much like the ones that are what I would call, or the Christians out there would call, God's warriors or God's soldiers, are the ones that have the toughest battles. And those people that have the toughest battles are the ones that keep the strongest composure, because they've already been through it, and they serve for examples for everybody else. Like, so to me, dog, like, it trips me out. And that's the reason I wanted to ask you that towards the end of, like, how do you feel about not skepticism, but like spiritualism or paranormal?
I believe in a higher power.
Because I feel like I had to search for it. Of course, you know, I could tell you're a man of like the higher power. You respect, if there were to be one moment and there were to be a God to make present, you respect it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I'm sorry, that's just me assuming, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you give off that energy. But what I'm saying is, like, you've been through it so much, bro, that it's just like you don't search for it. Like me, I had to search for that spiritualism for me to come to another realization, because the life that I was coming about wasn't gonna make me the most model citizen. And I feel that the inner voice and the whole inner being inside led me to being and understanding like
So
where I am.
Religion or a higher power,
Or just spirituality. Yeah.
Music.
Yes.
The same way that gravitated through you to be able to make your decisions in a positive way. That's what I did with music. You feel me? That's my motivation, and that's my higher power too. You feel me? Being able to do music and do a song and be able to perform that, and that song be able to be booked for the next song, or to be able to on the radio when opportunities come and everything. You're like, okay, oh shit, you keep riding it. It's like a step, right? Like a video game, right? There's no steps up there, and then this one appears because of opportunity, and you step on that bitch, and then if you're grinding, another one's gonna come out, right? And you're just gonna keep stepping and stepping. Well, I'm fortunate to be able to have opportunities that allows me to keep on stepping, you know, which I'm blessed for, man. So the fact that you use religion to your advantage, that's good, bro. To your experience, that's good, you know.
I mean, you know, it's everybody has a different journey. I feel like we're here. Like, I don't look at like I feel like as humans we're very stubborn to understand what our, like, everybody always asks like what's your purpose in here, but I feel like you leave the earth once you completed your purpose. Sometimes some of us don't fucking get to acknowledge that because of circumstances, but if you really have, like, once you come to a certain realization in life, which is like, because you may be making up for the life that you had before you came on this realm or whatever this is, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I do, like, me being a very like
somebody was to ask
spiritual
you
person, like, I feel like it's like there's generational things. Like you could be fulfilling the goals from the past, but you don't know that because like you're gaining something throughout it as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people in the chat room, bro, they love it, bro. Like, they've loved this episode so much because this has been probably the most non-toxic episode that we've had.
It's been a good, well-balanced, wholesome
Hey, what you doing with that though?
Oh, I do a
he does a beat closeout.
Yeah.
I see he was killing it earlier.
I do. A little making sure. Yeah, I do a. Oh, I thought your tank was on. I was like, you're wasting tank. Don't.
I thought I was, but you know, I have my little bro Joe Bonnie here.
Oh, thank you.
Like the yogurt, Joe Bonnie. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta be like, his name's Raul.
Yeah. No, Raul passed out.
Raul. Oh, sorry, Raul.
Yeah, he'll come back.
He'll, he's just taking a nap.
I had a moment like that, but nonetheless, this is the first time I said it. Fuck you guys, all right? This is the first time. All right.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got it. But I do want to give a big round of applause. I felt this was like a very structured moment, and I feel we had a very deep conversation amongst, not as a team, but just amongst men, you know what I mean, and as a unit, and it was dope. I feel like we all gained something from here, and I want to give it up. Thank you so much, Rome, for coming up
Yo,
here.
seriously, with the deep chats. Yeah, I feel like we had some really good, like, deep talks, man. We had fun. Kept it entertaining, but also...
You see what happens when you just shut up, XG? and let people finish their questions?
As you're cutting me off.
Yeah.
It's like the demonic voice came out. It's like it's...
Yeah, there it is. We both did it, bro.
But no, this was a lot of fun, man. This is a great episode. I definitely like getting serious and getting real with everybody. I think there's something about putting that shit out there for everybody to see.
Getting real with it.
Yeah.
There's something beautiful about that.
Yeah.
I made a poll. Could we have had this episode with XG? Yes or no? Come on.
Yes, but not like this. I'll tell you that.
I miss you, XG. Come back.
I miss you too, bro, but we would have not had this episode like this. We'll have a different kind of episode when we'll be in Vegas from the 8th through the fucking 10th or the 11th. I don't know how long, but it don't matter because we work hard to make sure that we could pay that extra day there, and we'll be there extra day if we need to make sure we get high and hungries, we don't smoke the Sams, and all the other aboves. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm going to read the few super chats, and I know I get it. We get banned all of a sudden. We don't get super chats no more, but it's cool. It's cool.
We got some. PayPal chat.
Better see my orders go up, all right? I'll tell you that much. I mean, to tell you in that fucking, you use that Thanos voice? You seen that Thanos voice?
I have bought the glove, by the way.
Can you snap with it?
I bought the expensive one out of the 3 tiers that they have, and
So
I
it should
could
be able
move
to
it.
snap.
Yes, and I could be able to snap.
Snap it.
Yeah.
Bring it in to snap it.
And I'm only gonna bring it out when I be like Xavier. Yeah.
Snap.
You turn straight.
I think we only got
Snap.
We only got 2 super
love you,
chats.
X.
It was Raymundo. Shout out to Raymundo Sanchez, $10, and Roger Harris. They both did super chats. We're gonna do a raffle when we're back. I know we're gonna be back sooner than later. Excuse me. Somebody said same team. Did I think about going on Rock Fan? We will be back sooner than later. Where can they follow you at, bro?
They can follow me at all platforms, OG Rome 310. You can go to YouTube, every goddamn social media platform, OG Rome 310, man. Check it out.
The link is in the description.
Believe that. And make sure you guys go tap into that Wildin' Challenge, man. Submit your individual video of your highlight reels. If you're going on vacation, submit your video of twerking, submit your video of having fun at the club. Whatever it is that you want to submit, send it in for an opportunity to win $100 and a lot of giveaways, man.
Wildin'.
Hell yeah.
Ray, before you go on, I do want to thank California Magic Farms and use code word WDSTS for checkout. And last but not least, the Hit Kit, the #1 stash box out there for the stoners. They do have a special edition what we'll be releasing, but we'll have more about that on the later episodes. The hitkit.us and California Magic Farms. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Ray. Oh, really, Ray? Oh, damn, that movie is great, Ray. I can't wait to. I'm sorry, Ray. I had to play that out. Oh, damn, you have more, Ray? Fuck yeah.
That's very profound, Ray.
But no, seriously, Ray, what's going on?
OG Rome, thanks for coming through, dog.
Appreciate it, big
You're a
family.
fucking G, man. Respect, nothing but respect and more success to you.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Follow me on Morning Shot Films, IG, and YouTube. Follow my podcast, Morning Real, where I talk about movies. I put out The Fablemans. It is Steven Spielberg's autobiography, and the film has a lot to do with the conversation that y'all had today in this podcast. So if you want to see some uplifting shit, watch that film. And as an artist,
for real,
it is mando to watch that movie, to be honest with you.
Okay. Not just as an artist, as a fucking entrepreneur.
There you go.
That's the shit. Like a lot, I'm gonna add on to that, bro. A lot of people, cause Spielberg crossed paths with Walt at very much, not maybe in the sense that you might think, but they did, and the empires they did. And I'll fucking say I have a very utmost amount of respect for those type of men.
and you can say whatever the fuck you want, and I have my co-host Xavier, who obviously will have as opposing feelings on somebody like Walt Disney, how he does. But I respect that man for what he created because he knew what the fuck he wanted, and he made trauma and fucking something negative into something positive, despite how many obstacles came about it. And that's hey bro, that's what the fuck being a man's all about, bro.
Why did he hate moms so much?
There's a lot, bro. There's
constantly killing moms.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. I don't think that was really much of his thing, but his dad was a fucking asshole. I'll tell you that much. Fuck Walt's dad. What is it? Yeah. Rock, shout out.
Shout out Tire Path. Shout out the Beautiful Men's Club, my group. Follow me on all my socials, Instagram, TikTok, all that garbage. At ROCKSAMSONATX. Check me out next month at the Comedy Store, February 7th with Low Key Comedy.
I will be there in the audience supporting my friend.
Are you coming out?
Yes.
Dude, it looks like it's the
7th,
one.
right?
It's the 7th.
Before we leave to Vegas.
What time?
Uh,
I'm like throughout the entire show, baby. But it starts at 7. Let me see. They
Don't
got
offer me cocaine at the Comedy Store, please.
No, but we've got like Ian Edwards. God damn it, I'm really...
America's most like corporate black guy, talking black guy. Ian Edwards. He sounds like the most professional black guy.
No, he's fucking.
I know he's wild, but he looks like he's the most professional talking black guy.
Wait, did we talk about the same Ian Edwards?
Yes, he's very calm. He
is very.
I'm talking
calm.
about his appearance, and then when you see him on stage, you're like, damn, fool, you saying those dirty words?
Man, I got him good the other day though. He was wearing an eye patch for like a joke, and I told him I was like, "You're my favorite Avenger."
You go. I'll be there at that show. Anything else?
Yeah, we got Trevor Wallace, Ian Edwards, Paula Leah, Natalie Akar, or how I fucked that up, and a bunch of other people.
There you go. February 7th. Make sure you guys check that out. Thank you, everybody who has been hitting me up and the utmost support for High and Hungry. Honestly, you guys know, fuck Eric Kahn. I'll just leave it at that. Thank you so much. That is a discount code on my show. You get on my website. So get yourself a discount. Listen, I'm not saying there's no room for Burger King and fucking McDonald's, but it's like fucking.
It isn't McCain.
But fucking don't go on there and fucking piss on my door, bro. When you know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
My donuts.
Yeah, like there's McDonald's and Burger Kings, and they sound way different than each other. It's not McDowell's, homie. So like that's the reason it only existed in the movie.
They got Taco Bell and Taco Gong.
So keep it original, bro. Like all I'm saying is like keep it pushing if you really believe in what you're doing. And that's what we're doing with High and Hungry, Ray and myself. That is my fucking Spielberg to my Walt Disney partnership here, and we're creating magic day in and day out. This upcoming season that we got coming up is probably going to be one of the most magical seasons that we have, and we will be featuring the most magical place on earth, Disneyland, because we have it confirmed already. So we will be doing that, and please do not miss out on that because this is the season that's going to get us signed. I guarantee it.
Hell yeah.
Follow me at Flavors by Izon with 2 S's, highandhungry.shop. For all this stuff, I'll see Martin on Saturday. Yes, Martin Moreno, the comic, is opening up for Fluffy. Will be on High and Hungry this Saturday. And Sunday, we're judging a fucking chili competition with High and Hungry at Benny Boy Brewery. If you want to pull up and just kick it, just pull up and be a part of the episode. We'll be there. I will see you guys on Saturday along with Rock and hopefully Steph Tone.
Gangster.
If not, Tech and Raul.
Believe that, Jack.
Thank you so much. Love you guys. Stay tuned for the closeout with Rock Samson.
You ain't a real G, homie. Hey, fool. You got the enemy, got right there, homie. You're all right there, dog. Cocaine, regular. Don't give a fuck, homie. Alright, fool. I'm not from there, dog.
What? Alright, bitch, nigga, nigga. Hey, homie. Everything that shit get fucked up, homie. Look at this faggot ass nigga. Fuck you, homie. You looked out, but you ain't got no looks on, boy. Come on now. Let me kill your balloon. Let me fucking kill your balloon. Yeah, big time.
Papa, you been collecting? What about our share, home? Fuck, puppy. Me too. You told me you were broke, you said.
We not fucking pay, pal.
Put some gangbang in the scooter, though. Hey, show the fools how to use Yeah, that is something that you supposed to have. Where did he get it at? Wherever, I don't know, he won't tell me. That sucks, you probably don't want to tell you about it. 'Cause it's coming back. Why you were to get this, I'll get this every day. Thank